Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. Ah! That's what I do, Jeremy.
You do that, and have done for probably about 110 episodes at this point.
Yeah, that actually was more of a what's up thing. I just went,
What's up?
what's up?
And then you dived directly into somebody's balls from the middle turnbuckle.
Yes, that's what I did. That's what I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember taking the video of that just over there, just behind this wonderful sofa.
Yeah, I gave very clear instructions. I would like you to look into the camera and scream.
Ah!
And that's exactly what he did. Nailed it first time.
Welcome in to this Don't Get Me Started episode 133. Jeremy, I'm Alex. This is Jeremy, like I just said his name. And here we are on the 133rd episode of this. Doing it on a Friday because, like a cunt, I went to see Evita. Evita, I almost said like Evita, like I was like in EastEnders. Evita.
Went to Evita in the West End.
I went to see Evita.
Will's back. Hey, Will.
Hey, welcome in, and thanks very much for the bits. Hello, Ellie. Welcome in. Good to see you. I went to see Evita on Tuesday, and basically it was my niece Hannah and her mum, so my sister-in-law, and it was meant to be my brother, but my brother couldn't go. So he's like,
your brother heard that you were coming and decided he wouldn't bother.
I wish it were the case. I got it because he couldn't go.
Oh, so if he could have gone, you couldn't have gone.
Correct.
It does sound like
zero sum.
He heard you were coming, or at least were interested, and was like, we'll bow out. And
listen, you're going to hate this, but they've got a new dog, a gorgeous puppy, and the puppy is excited.
Let's not say things we can't take back.
And the puppy was
Puppy is fine. You don't need to pre-modify it.
I was trying to push your buttons a little bit. As you know, it was beautiful. It's delicious. You could eat him up. He's so scrummy. Lovely dog. And
I mean, dog cannibalism is better than dog ownership, probably.
Yeah.
I've never eaten a dog, but people try and make me own a dog all the time. So maybe I'll try eating a dog. Maybe it'd be better.
Maybe. But as a result, the dog cannot be left unattended because it runs around like a crazy thing and destroys the house. And
don't get a dog. It ruins your fucking life.
So as a result of getting that dog,
now they can't go anywhere or do anything or have any life of any kind ever again because.
But you understand, I don't give a fuck about that. But who's getting the benefit of that? This motherfucker. Because as a result, I got a free ticket to Evita.
And we'll probably get many free tickets to many other things now because
and many more.
Somebody, they just will buy less tickets now. They realise that they're stupid fucking dog owners and that one of them will have to stay home with the dog.
Did I get our names the wrong way around? I don't think I did. Can you put out the name thing, please?
Yes.
Because there you go. There's our names. I'm Alex. This is Jeremy. I don't know if I said it the wrong way around, Ellie.
Did you forget?
I didn't think. I think I said it right, but she wouldn't have said something if I said it right. So there you go. Doesn't really matter. But it's an excuse to put that up again. So welcome in everybody to this Friday edition, which we shifted around. Or you shifted around kindly because I wanted to go and do a thing. Doesn't happen very often.
No. And we'll be off again in a fortnight because I'm fucking off to Wales.
So that makes sense, really.
Yeah. So it'll be next Tuesday, and then that's it for a week.
Yeah, but thankfully, you lucky people, I'm putting together what day is it? The Thursday stream. That's going to happen, by the way.
Yeah, that is that week, I think.
Yeah.
The 19th.
The 17th.
Yeah.
Where's the events? Where's the events on this thing?
In the events bit.
Events. Oh, there is 2 events. Okay, there we go. August the 17th.
17th.
August the 17th.
That makes more sense.
I'm doing a thing. I'll be on my channel, Always Be Chatting. So come and find me on Always Be Chatting on the 17th in the evening. It'll be an evening thing. It's a Thursday evening thing. Am I the arsehole for taking my brother's wife and daughter out without him? No, I'm not the arsehole. If anything, we all had a wonderful time. We can talk about that, and this is happening.
Yeah,
but it's Friday, Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, this used to be our day. We used to do Friday night until we realised that, we could probably be doing other things like drinking and...
Well, listen. Hey, a little shout out. I dig it. Yes, if you don't already follow him... My voice went weird.
You
didn't always follow me. You almost certainly do follow me there, and I know I don't do anything on there really anymore until I change my mind. But this is the thing. This is the show we're doing. But Go and follow me there if you don't already. And then on the 17th, come and watch what we're doing that night. I hate to say.
He said we. I don't know either, by the way. I'm as in the dark as you are, speculating away.
Yeah.
But he said we, guys.
I did say that.
That means it's not just him.
It isn't.
Or he's gone and he's going to be chatting to himself for the entire
Gone mad. Welcome in, Dr. Fruitbat. Thanks for joining us here on a Friday. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you've elected to spend your evening watching us, maybe drinking.
I mean, you could literally be anywhere in the world and still tune in and watch us through the magic of technology.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you are not chatting in the chat, but you're lurking, you've never seen this before, this is Don't Get Me Started, the ranty show that we put on Twitch and we broadcast and put bits and pieces on TikTok and stuff like that. And we talk to you about the random, terrible shit things that have annoyed us this week. So if you are lurking, thanks very much. I can still see you. You don't have to talk, but if you do, we'll talk back. We will talk back.
Yeah. And a thing that we normally do on the Effing Racing Show seems apt for tonight. Let us know where you are, where you're watching from, and what room of the house you're watching in.
Oh, yeah, do that. That sounds fun.
It's quite good fun. We've been keeping a tally on the Effing Racing Show of countries and rooms.
Oh, nice.
We've covered all the rooms. Obviously, there are lots of countries. So we haven't quite covered all of those yet.
Mate, there's a very barky dog outside.
There is a very barky dog.
Can I just go and have a look and see where the dog is?
Could you tell it to fuck off from me? That would be great. Like, why get a dog? They're like that. They're all just barking and fucking around. Like, sure, they're cute for 10 minutes here and there, but like the rest of the fucking time, they're a pain in the ass. Why do it to yourself?
It's my neighbour's dog, Daisy.
Oh, jump cunt.
It's jumping over everyone.
Of course it is, because that's what it does.
Is that brown one? What, the dog? No, it's the one that I think is the Dalmatian, but isn't. It's the one that is Helen's dog. It is lovely, but it needs to shut up now. I'm watching from the bath. Dr. Fruitbat's in the bath.
Beautiful.
What a great place to be watching from.
I do like to watch things in the bath, but I also like to watch things in the shower. It's a bit easier to do it in the bath, other than my feet are in the way because they're big, and my bath isn't big enough to accommodate me.
You should cut a niche in the wall that just goes out into the corridor, so when you're walking down the corridor, there's just a lump.
Just put my feet out through the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, oh yeah, now I've got a niche in my wall in the shower. I put my phone in there to listen.
Do you actually do it now? Or you only listen? You don't watch?
No. Well, it was because it was a podcast. There was no video content.
I see.
And I wanted to listen to...
You're just building up to it, basically.
Yeah.
You've got
I want to listen about...
Find some appropriate shower content to watch.
Daily fantasy. But I would. I don't stay in there for long enough for it to be... once I'm washed, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm washed now.
This is 10-minute YouTube video?
This is why... Well, yes. This is why I was going to come up with that bath time podcast called... I can't remember what I was going to call it.
Bath time?
Bathcast. Was it Bathcast? I think it was Bathcast.
Which is about the wonderful city of Bath.
That's one of them would be filmed there.
And its baths. Roman.
Yes. Maybe if I get enough people, I'll film one there. But the idea would be, I learned that most people stay in the bath for 20 minutes, so I just make a 20-minute long bathcast, and I just talk to you about stuff, basically, while you're in the bath. And that was it.
See, I don't think you could do that. Keep to 20 minutes. I don't think you'd...
Well, don't worry if I...
But you just literally edit it and just stop talking at the end of...
talk
for 6 hours, and then you just go into Adobe Audition and be like, it's 20 minutes, cut.
Yeah,
and
right.
the rest of it's gone.
And then I just go, if you're joining us here in Bathcast...
I've talked for too long again. Do tune in next time, and I'll start talking again.
Get all your stuff together. Get your bath bomb in. I'll wait for you. Get that stuff together. And when you're ready to proceed, just press play, and we'll have a lovely time sitting in the bath together. Not in the same bath, you understand? It'll be a bit like this. I kind of want to make it just to see. And then maybe I do, like, a shower cast as well, where I'm, like, in the shower, and it's only 10 minutes long. 10 minutes, I don't know. What's the average shower length? Because Keris is saying that's how normal people shower.
Yeah, like, I spend longer in the shower than most people, I am told.
How long do you think you take in the shower?
I spend about 10 minutes in the shower.
That does feel like a long time, but I could enjoy 10 minutes, I think.
I mean, shower's great. It's warm, and it's wet, and it's got no one else in it but me, so I don't have to deal with the world. It's great.
I'm in a lifetime, says Keris. I'm in the bath until this is over. What's the point of a 20-minute soak?
Well, there you go. We kind of have some power here now. It's the power to turn Dr. Fruitbat into a prune.
It's all about a bath.
It's all about the bath.
And how you wash it.
Sit in it. It's all about control and how you change the temp on it.
You could do a preamble while the bath is running where you shout over the sound of the water. Always bath chatting.
That would be great, actually. Let me know when you turn the bath on, or just press play when you turn the bath on, and I'll talk really loud so that you can hear it over the bath.
I mean, it wouldn't take very long to do, would it? I mean, I just think it could be hilarious and really kind of strangely niche.
I mean, it takes just as long to run a bath as it does to sit in the bath most of the time.
I mean, should I include the bath running time? I don't think so. People probably run the bath and walk away. I don't think I need to include the bath running time.
No, fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe it could start pre-running the bath. You tell them to start it pre-running the bath, and that's where they pause it. And you can give some suggestions of what they do during the bath running time.
How long does it take to fill a bath up? Because I like a really deep bath.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the bath. I mean, my bath, the plug doesn't work properly, so I have to run it longer because a lot of the water just runs straight back out again. Very efficient with water in my household.
I just think, by the way, Dr. Fruitbat, I think that what I read is that on average bath time, when you look it up, like what's an average bath time?
Bath time!
Hey Siri, what's the average length of time someone is in the shower for?
Siri, why are you whispering?
I must be turned it down. How long should you shower?
How long should you shower?
That's not what I'm asking. How long should a shower take? According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the average shower lasts 8 minutes. If you like to linger in the shower for longer than 15 minutes, you might want to rethink your hygiene routine.
Yeah, I mean...
5 to 10 is enough.
Not even I spend that long in the shower, but 10 minutes is...
Okay, so maybe I could start the bath one to see how that... Do you think people still have baths? I don't know.
Anyway. I only had a bath the other day because I was painting my shower and couldn't use the shower. So I had a bath.
Lady Sorrow, how long are you in the bath for if it's not too personal a question? As you know, or anybody that takes a bath.
I could answer that in a not creepy kind of way.
I want to know.
I've been in the house
while she's
had a bath. Yeah. It wasn't that long. Probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
20 minutes. I reckon 20 minutes is the answer.
How many episodes of what the fuck were we watching? That program where the police run around Nottinghamshire and chase people. Police Interceptors, that one.
Wow, that sounds fun.
I don't think we got through a whole episode of that, so yeah.
If I have... Oh, shit. I bashed the thing. Is it working still?
It is still working.
Oh, man. Yeah. It's about half an hour now. Okay, half an hour. If I have to wash my hair, it takes me 20 plus to shower. Or maybe my thing will work for both. Bath and shower time. Bath cast. And
wash time.
Wash time.
Yeah.
I have to contend with the child splashing me. Oh, but the content probably won't be good for children.
No content that we make is good for children, really.
How long do you have a bath for at someone else's house? How much longer is that than at your own house? I
try not to bath at other people's houses. It tends to be my goal. I will shower and just get the fuck on with it, basically.
Yeah.
If they don't have a shower, probably won't stay very long.
Well, I still want to look into this podcast. It's stupid. I've got too many projects, so I can't do this one. But it won't be too difficult for me to switch on this and then just
maybe you need to start having baths, and you could do it while in the bath.
Oh yeah, okay, that may be.
Although you did just spend loads of money on having a really nice shower, so it'd be redundant. Go and have a bath instead.
I'd have to put these things in the fucking shower,
prime recording time, or you just use your use something else that isn't.
Use a
use that ball thing that you've got.
Oh yeah, but it's going to be in the shower though, right? Because it's going to.
Oh yeah, well exactly. So you don't want these in the shower.
No, but you don't want that in the shower either. They're electronic rather.
Yeah. So what you need to do, maybe you could get like one of those old kind of radio things, plug a microphone into it, and then as soon as you're in the bath, you call Aletha and she fucking yeets it in the bath with you. Everybody's a winner.
I don't have a bath, so my parents understand that I want to make the most of it. Fair enough. It's electric. It's electric. It's electric. It's made of electricity. Yeah. Should we do a segment? I'm enjoying this, by the way, and I hope you are enjoying it too.
I mean, we do like a preamble, but we should probably get on with it. Otherwise,
get on to the amble.
Poor Dr. Fruitbat will fucking turn into himself and just shrivel up and die if we're on this podcast for too long.
So you wanted This Is Happening. We can all talk about what we've been doing this week. Mainly it'll be me talking about Evita, but anyway.
Many things are happening. What is happening to you? Let us know, because this is happening. Don't think the button worked.
Well, press it again.
Now it's working.
Oh, it's definitely working.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
What's not happening? My mouse click.
What's nap your fucking mouse?
Week. Probably 5 or 6 of me saying, oh yeah, I need to order a DGMS specific mouse. It just lives in the drawer over there, but I still haven't done it. Shall I order a mouse right now?
Yeah.
Live mouse ordering. There you go. Wow, that failed. I know, I set it up so well and everything, didn't I? I timed it in my head, how long the would be and everything, and it was ruined by lack of clicking. So here we go. Live mouse ordering, so that I have a fucking mouse.
This Is Happening is just a segment where we all chat and have a good time before the inevitable cuntitude that is everything else that's happening. But if you've got something that's good or bad, you can use your channel points if you've got some to redeem it in the haps if they're good and naps if they're bad. You can do that. Several people are doing it right now. Feel free to do it. And we're going to share ours, and you're going to share yours, and that's going to be it. And
that's how that works. Yeah,
that's how it works.
He's covered the sum total of the segment. You understand, and he's very expertly stalling for time while I order a mouse. But there you go.
So many things that we need to do. I'm actually quite hungry. I tell you what.
I won't order this
while you're doing it. I'll tell you what. I'm going to say what some of you know or don't know is that it's my birthday on Sunday. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you.
People have sent me birthday cards. And my birthday isn't actually, as I say, until Sunday, but it might seem to be a suitable time to kind of open them, he says, keeping the the address off the fucking screen.
Oh, that's a nice one. There we go.
This one is from my friends at work, actually, so that's nice. So shall I open these now? Thank you very much, Ellie. And let's open this one. I don't know who they're from. I know who 2 of them are from, but let's see who sent me one.
Would you like it to be delivered on Saturday or Saturday? Ask Amazon.
Oh, I thought this was going to be. What's that? Saturday or Saturday?
Like, would you like it to be delivered on Saturday for free or Saturday for free?
I think you should go with Saturday.
I think I'll go with Saturday, actually.
This is nice.
A wise choice.
Happy B-Day. I don't know how easy it is for you to see that from there, because I can't be able to stand up. But Happy B-Day. And actually,
I would say not at all
this
unless you zoom right in. But
this is from Aletha's mum and her family, basically. I thought it was, because it looked like her writing. I thought it was. This is quite a nice card, actually. All these bees on it.
Reminds me of Blockbusters, and now I want to play Blockbusters.
It does look like that. I chucked that away really. I didn't mean to do it like quite so discardingly.
Yeah, that's a card from Aletha's mum.
Frisbee that shit.
Off that fucking goes.
That's very kind of her. This one is from Tamsin, I think, because it's just from Tamsin. Happy birthday! What's it say? It is from Tamsin.
Do you do this? Do you know who the cards are from before you've even opened them?
Well,
I think most people do, don't they? Like, oh yeah, this is blah blah blah's writing. Open it to confirm. Yeah, it's from Auntie Steve. Yeah.
Tamsin Aki brings me stuff. She brings us all stuff. She leaves it on people's doorsteps.
And she knocks on my door and hands it to me. So
for me, she never knocks on this door. She had never once knocked on this door.
Maybe
she
special.
Leaves it at the top of the stairs.
runs
away. And so
it falls down the stairs.
Yeah. Thump, 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 thump. Tamsin's been. And so she brought some wine. And she says, "Happy birthday, ABC. I chose this wine purely because there are geese on the label." I did wonder why she picked it. I'll have to get it and show you in a minute. And on the land where the wine is produced. But I hope it tastes nice with no strong notes of goose poop.
I was going to say, does that mean that the geese have shat on the grapes? I mean, they probably washed the grapes before they wine them. I don't know how wine's made. Just grapes turn into wine, don't they? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Just magic.
I know who this is from, even though I've read now on the back it gives it away, but I know his writing, so this is from Harmstone. Even answer before we've even gotten it says cards for horrible people. We haven't even seen the front of it yet.
Harmstone noted that he would be driving now, and we would have to refrain from comedy. But I'm going to comedy it up so that he laughs and crashes. That seems like
that's quite good, actually. This is. I can't speak because I'm not near the mic. Yeah. This is really good. I'm very accurate. Very accurate. Nothing says happy birthday like a piece of folded card. Happy birthday, you old Kent. Thank you very much, Harmstone. The only person in the chat that we refer to with a surname. But it's a birthday card against humanity. Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Because it's
black.
Yeah, it's black. I did think that. I didn't know if it was because it doesn't note it anywhere else. But it is
legally distinct from Cards Against Humanity.
But when I saw it, I did think it's a Cards Against Humanity. This is brilliant for that. It's heavily inspired. But no, I liked it just because of what it said. But it really is obviously Cards Against Humanity,
which he loves.
It's a fucking Cards Against Humanity card.
Loves Cards
this is really Humanity. Quite perfect. I'm not having a go at anybody else's cards they might buy me before or in the future.
But cynical is the bar.
This has fucking nailed it, really. I have to say, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. But you're still getting thrown over there.
Getting yeeted with the others.
Well, that wasn't that lovely. Do you want to see the wine that I got?
I do want to see the wine that you've got. I'm intrigued by the geese and how prevalent the geese are on the bottle as he goes and collects it from his many wines in the wine cellar. Well, that was quick. I thought it'd be longer than that, going all the way down to the 17th floor.
Well, I knew we were going to use it, so I got it out.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to happen.
There you go. And Jez will be pleased to know that he's got a card coming at some point. It's already bought. Well, there you go. It is my birthday the following week. Identity. That is a goose, we think, probably, maybe. Is it?
Yes.
Or is it a duck?
It is a goose.
Let's see.
A Shiraz 2022, last year's sustainably and ethically produced by Journey's End. Like, I have to say, Journey's End. I thought maybe she'd bought it because it was super kind of sustainable, but it's from South Africa. It's a Shiraz from South Africa.
How is a wine not sustainable? Like,
I don't know. Well, actually, do you know what? There are unsustainable practices, or there's things you can do which are not quite so environmentally friendly. It might not be the same thing.
Get children in and to stand on them like Grapes of Wrath style.
I don't know.
And by Grapes of Wrath style, I mean the Grapes of Wrath episode of The Simpsons. I haven't actually read the Grapes of Wrath.
Not John Steinbeck's
so I don't
American novel.
Yeah.
What's this say? Journey's End Foundation. Harmstone must love that we second name him because in Survivor you only get second named if you're a legend.
It's true. If Jeff Probst refers to you by your surname, it means that you're one of his favourites.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's like a rite of passage. If he calls you by your surname, then
you've made it.
Then you've made it. Yeah.
I had no idea.
And obviously, it's been on for 20 plus years now, so you get a fair bit of repeated first name. And so you would think that it might be easy to distinguish people by just using their surname, but I know if he doesn't like them, they will be, full named for the duration until they earn their stripes.
I see.
Should we look at some of these haps and naps?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's see what we've got. Oh, I just pressed a button.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew.
And what a button to press. Today I fucked up by pressing the wrong button.
It's the perfect button to press. No one.
And so when I actually want to press a button,
it works.
It doesn't work. But then when I want to wake up my mouse, it just randomly presses shit.
Oh, guys, this is such a great show already.
Right.
I'm glad I'm not. When nobody's immune to it, I suppose that's good. We'll all remember when I did that, and I know you're thinking about it now. It was good though.
Yeah.
It's a pity we haven't actually got to Tifu today, unfortunately. Mate. They're all a bit shit.
We've been a bit Tifu dry for a while because they have all been a bit kind of.
Well, can I just
either
say
heavy or so fucking made up that they're ridiculous and not funny.
I looked for some today, and because you pressed the sting, I'll just elaborate quickly on the one that I read.
Here's why you don't have Today I Fucked Up.
Yeah, because one was a very much a stream of consciousness kind of one where the person was like, well, I'm trying to get this down really quickly on the notes on my phone, so it's all going to be really grammatically kind of running together and stuff, and it goes on like that for like a fucking page. And the basic plot of it is that he got together with, he met a girl on the internet from America. He lives in London. They start developing this thing, and she was saying how she loved him, and he was saying how he was into her, and blah blah blah, and they were really great together, and they would watch films over FaceTime together and all this sort of stuff and various bits and pieces. And then one day he said, like, I'll meet you in America, I'll come across. And it's hard to really distinguish what was going on with it. At one point,
was it that they didn't specify any further than that? It was just, I'll meet you in America.
I'll meet you in America.
Turned up to America at any random airport. I'm like, right.
And if it's, hey, listen, I'll meet you in an airport, you pick an airport, and if we pick the same airport, it's meant to be. No, he didn't really make it clear because it's not very clear, and I was trying to get through it. But essentially what happened was she said something like, oh yeah, I'll meet you here. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll meet you here. And then she's like, oh, I haven't got a state driving license or a state passport, like whatever, like something to associate that she could travel out of state effectively. And he was like, well, can't you just kind of get it really quickly, like when we get our passport done really quickly? And she's like, I don't know if I can, but I'll probably try and get it. And he's like, okay, well, shall I book this thing? She's like, yeah, book it and come over. So he booked flights and booked a hotel. He's 21 years old. When he got over there, he couldn't go to his hotel because he wasn't old enough or something bullshit. And she wasn't there at the fucking hotel. She wasn't there at the airport. And when he was messaging her, she wasn't really properly replying, you know, she was like really slow rolling her replies. And so basically his the day I fucked up is I spent thousands going to America to meet a girl I've been chatting to online and got stood up / catfished or whatever the fuck. So that was a bit shit, but that was like the best I could find on there. I'm like, so you went all the way to fucking America and, you know, for thousands and didn't meet this person.
So you got further than me. I just went down the titles, and there was one that was like, today I fucked up by changing my name to the same name as a porn star. I'm like, no, you didn't. And that was the end of that.
Oh, I saw that one too,
I stopped looking. I didn't read it.
I saw another one which was...
That's not true.
So bad.
You wouldn't do that. And then you wouldn't publicise it if you did.
No,
because you're basically doxing yourself.
One I saw, which I didn't fully understand, was one about a guy who had got himself... There's a website where it's just like, you can get an extra number. An app you can get where you can get another number for your phone. So he named his number something like, I can't remember, he said, I am Google 25 or something like that.
I am Weasel.
He said it's a stupid thing. You could probably find it. It wouldn't take too long to find it. And essentially what happened was he bought this other number for whatever reason on this app. And then he would text that his second number, thoughts he had, and ideas and notes and bits and pieces.
We have that. It's called a notepad.
Right. So he has these thoughts and embarrassing ideas in his brain. He has to get them out. So he texts it effectively to himself on this other number. So he effectively stores it in its text, basically. And then he was doing that one night.
What? Shouting in the street?
Shouting people outside? He was doing that one night. And then suddenly, I am Google 25 or whatever the name is, calls him. And he was like, well, can't be calling myself. I'm not calling me. So how is someone else calling him? So he hangs up and doesn't talk to that person. He realizes that after a certain amount of inactivity, they give like the number to someone else. It's still a number, effectively. It's still an actual real number. Yeah. So and he looked up, and it was now August. He hadn't used it since June. If you don't text or use that thing for a month, they just get rid of it and give it to someone else. So now he's been texting all these personal things that he's been texting to say for himself to someone else who is now calling him to say, you know, you're fucking sending me this random shit, you weirdo, right? Now, but that's bullshit, right? Because, like, if you wanted to write notes, you just use your note thing.
Just use your note thing. All of this is made up. You would just use your note thing. There's no way they turn around a new number that quickly.
No, it's all a bit strange.
It's going to be a monthly rolling charge that you would have knowledge of cancelling. Like, there is no part of that
makes
seems any real
credible.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the best shit Tifus. So fuck those guys. But that's not the segment we're doing. We're doing This Is Happening. So
that was the segment we like to call Today I Didn't Fuck Up.
Yes.
Except I did.
Except when you pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, I did. That was a fuck up.
That was
for sure. Yeah. The fuck are you doing streaming on a Friday? Says Absolute Bedlam. I want to speak to your manager.
Well, you know,
The Absolute Karen podcast, apparently.
do we have a manager? Is there someone above us? I don't know.
I mean, that's a very philosophical question, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, we have discussed that in the past on this show.
Listen, this is happening. My hap is that I went to see Evita in concert with Hannah and my sister-in-law, her mum, and we went to see it. Things in concert means they're not putting on the whole show like a musical with like all these kind of scenes and set.
They basically just sing the songs from it.
They sing the songs
ensemble
with a small amount of kind of acting at the beginning. They had like a bed and a coffin and some stuff came on and off. But
you said it too loud. You summoned her.
Whoa, I'm a hap. Yeah. Well, the hap is Hannah adjacent.
You were there.
So the idea is like the whole stage is taken up with the orchestra and all the other people are kind of in the front. So it's kind of like a show-ish. But we all went and it was amazing. And because it was a ticket that was being gifted to me and it was on a Tuesday, Ben, I couldn't do DGMS on Tuesday. And that's why we're doing it on Friday. So my hat and also Hannah's hat is Evita.
Do you know what I did on Tuesday instead?
What did you do?
I worked.
You worked?
I was packing parcels until midnight, and there is no exaggeration in that whatsoever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy week.
Well, so my haps this week are that the NFL is back, baby.
Well, let's not get carried away.
It's back, Jeremy.
I watched that preseason game last night, and I wouldn't say that's the NFL. I wouldn't even say that that's high school.
It was glorious.
Really. It was shit.
The fighting New York Jets, Jets versus
Fuck those guys. Aaron Rodgers.
They're amazing quarterback.
Cunts.
They got a new quarterback, Jeremy. He's shiny and new.
No. Zach Wilson's been there for ages, mate, and he's shit too. Or do you mean Tim Boyle?
I do mean Tim Boyle.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. But unfortunately, they're not going to have any of those because the once and former, potentially future king, Aaron Rodgers, is the quarterback now for the Jets.
Captain Ayahuasca smoking COVID toe.
And
it's his full name.
Such a weird. I didn't really translate that in my brain, unfortunately, but I believe you. And then against the Browns, they're a team.
Yeah,
they're one of the 32 teams in the NFL. Oh my God, the game is back, Jeremy.
I don't think this could have been a worse game to start things off for me. It's like the Jets, who just signed Aaron Rodgers, so they can go fuck themselves, against the Browns, who have signed a serial rapist last year. And paid him more money than anybody else has been paid at that position, so they can go fuck themselves. So it's go fuck yourself versus go fuck yourself. So I didn't give a fuck who won.
No, I don't know who won.
They played like shit.
I suspect the Jets won.
Both teams played like utter shit, and it was shit. So yeah, when's the next games?
Can't wait. Maybe tonight.
It's not tonight. It's not till next week. It's like next Thursday. Is the next slate of preseason games, and it's still the preseason. So
it is.
I'm not excited yet. Fuck it all.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Hat from Dr. Fruitbat on this Friday, about a Wednesday.
Yes.
Exchange on Monday, keys on Wednesday. It's finally
we were making love by
done.
Friday.
I'll be in the bath by Friday.
Someone's
Still
joining me in the bath
on Saturday. Pruned on Sunday.
Got my keys on Wednesday. Going through the door on Thursday.
I should probably hurry this up now.
Going to IKEA on Friday.
Ages.
On Saturday and Sunday, making the furniture. Oh my God, please let it be that. But congratulations, because it's been ongoing for a while. And one of the kind of the running storylines of anything from this is Dr. Fruitbats.
It has been a theme of this is happening, for sure.
Yeah.
We've had constant updates of the house buying process, and it has been long. And if it's been long for us,
the long and winding
God
road.
knows how he's been feeling about it, and we'll be very glad to finally be in situ. Just because he's got keys, though, doesn't mean he's actually getting in there. It could still be weeks before he actually steps foot in his own house.
I think we should go to his house.
I do as well. We should do a DGMS from his house.
Yes.
Even if he hasn't got furniture yet, we'll just sit on the floor.
Yeah.
On
all
an
you'll have
empty
is
room.
these things.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just bring this stuff. You'll need internet.
Yeah. Get yourself a
Get your
broadband.
internet
Will come up.
first. Don't worry about furniture. Get your broadband sorted, and we'll come and do
Come up.
DGMS sat cross-legged on your floor.
As part of a house warming party, we'll sit
I'll
up in
fart on your floor, and that's kind of warm.
people will kind of come up and we'll interview them. It'll be great. What is next on the thing?
Nat from Lady Sorrow. She did try and say something, and I think it just fucked up because it doesn't make any sense. Nat, I'm at work and dying.
Dying from laughter, presumably, from our hilarious antics. Am I right?
Think about it, Lady Sorrow. You could be at work and not have us
That's
entertaining you. And then that would be really shit.
Yeah.
So, count your blessings.
You should.
It says share your hat from Aletha, and it's empty. I didn't know you could do that.
That is.
So that's interesting.
I don't know, but then she's going to say, share your nap. I'm skipping Alex's birthday. Yeah, because tomorrow we're going out to do out, and she's doing a concert instead. A concert I don't think she really wants to go to either. I probably shouldn't share that live on.
Hi, people she's singing with. She doesn't give a fuck.
I have to say, no. I mean, what it is, it's a long time to sit around. There's a lot of hurry up and wait, sit around and wait, and don't do a thing and wait. And I think that's the bit that's not just her, but everyone is probably fucked off about that, but loves the choir, so yeah.
Maybe they should just do their own choir and not fuck around. Yeah.
My hap said I was prepared for Alex's birthday, but
yeah.
won't be attending. You'll be attending part of it.
Yeah, no, that was not there at all. Yeah, so there you go. Hap from Harmstone saw two friends of the network. What's the network? I'm surely he means two friends of DGMS.
Yes.
Yeah. Two friends of DGMS this evening tested Silver and Captain Smugface.
Now, I know Captain Smugface insofar as I know him and have raided into him, but I don't know who Tested Silver is. Do you know who Tested Silver is?
Tested Silver is a DJ who's notoriously better than Clubman.
Notorious.
Not only can Tested Silver press play, he can also line up the next song ready so that he doesn't have to press stop before he presses play again, which, as far as I'm concerned, is next level DJing.
Oh, yeah.
He can do a Spotify playlist.
Like,
that's how fucking good this guy is.
Man.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, so he saw two friends. That's nice.
Well, I don't know if they were friends with Harmstone.
No.
We need to get their side of the story. I don't think that would be their take on the situation, but yeah. My brain sang that in the tune of "It's a Long Way to Tipperary." Thanks, Hannah's Choir.
Which thing? What? I was prepared for Alex's birthday. Is that what she sang in that? I'm trying to work out what it was she sang in the tune of it, but it's a long way to Tipperary. Because they're singing all the wartime tunes, right?
They were. Yeah. Thanks for that, by the way, Duncan the singer, for all of the wartime songs. Because now my daughter is shit scared that one or both of her parents is going away somewhere to die.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, she has massive kind of fear of us dying at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you told her that you're not going to go away?
I have told her that we have told her repeatedly.
We are not at war.
That we're not going anywhere, and that we're both fine and we'll be around.
So let's not take her down to the Step Short Arch and say this is where everybody went during the war in 1914 when they went off to war and never came back.
Yeah, I'm sure it was fine for the older children, but at 5 it was a bit much for her.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when.
But she loves the songs as well, so she doesn't.
They are great
tunes.
Them.
She won't stop singing them, but yeah,
not a good time to watch the Lion King.
Well, actually, she tried to sing a song from the Lion King earlier today, and we were like, "No, you can't sing a song from the Lion King because you won't watch it. You refuse to watch it." So
if you refuse? Oh, really?
She's got this bee in her bonnet that she won't watch the Lion King, and we're like, "You should watch the Lion King with us. It's amazing." And she's like, "No, I'm not watching it." I'm like, "Okay."
I love that she's not.
And so
overrated.
So there was it was a wonderful commercial actually in the NFL, a Hyundai commercial where they're driving along singing Hakuna Matata.
Nice.
And they actually then have to slam on the brakes on their car because a real meerkat, warthog, and ginger cat are walking across the road. It's a very good advert. Kudos to Hyundai for throwing that out there.
Kudos to Hyundai.
But then she starts singing, and we're like, "Hang on a minute, you do not have Lion King privileges."
No, watch it or GTFO.
Yeah. Which on the surface seems like harsh parenting, but you can see where I'm coming from, right?
No, I totally can,
Just
actually.
like, want to watch The Lion King, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of children, Hat from Lady Sorrow. The child loves her nursery.
The child loves her nursery. Well, that's nice. I had a bad time at nursery. An older boy locked me in the toilet.
That happens a lot. I witnessed that happening to another child. But it didn't happen to me, thankfully.
I wish I'd had the foresight to like have a shit and then just fucking chuck it over the top of the thing so it land on his face. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, you don't think of
No,
those.
I was just like
things
really
as a
freaked
child.
out the fact that I couldn't open it because he'd leant across. I mean, the door needed to open outwards, and I couldn't open the door because if it opened inwards, imagine that. It would, whoop! But no, it was a guy called Massimo, and I believe at one point
he was a Massimo cunt.
He was a Massimo cunt,
which is a band from Newcastle, I believe.
Who did? I'm trying to think of a band, a song that Maximo Park did, which I presume is what you're riffing on. But
yeah, basically they applied some
pressure
to the door, and you couldn't get out.
Is that the tune? I can't remember.
It is, yeah.
Apply some pressure. Yeah, he applied some pressure because he was a Massimo cunt, and I was unable to get out. And eventually he let me out, and he was bigger than me, and I was like really very upset because I was like 3 or whatever the fuck. And do you know he runs, or at least he ran up until recently, an Italian restaurant in town. And so we go down there.
I thought I'd heard the name. Is it named after him? Is it called like Massimo's?
I think it changed its name.
Yeah. Because I'm sure that name was familiar to me as you said it, but I don't know him. But yeah. I mean, you know how when my ex-teacher from my primary school, the top class, didn't give me the sash at that time, and I got really annoyed with her. And then later on, years later, I saw her in Poundland, and I told her what happened, all that sort of stuff. It's come up before.
It's come up, yeah. But like in a similar way, when we'd gone to that Italian restaurant, I didn't say, "Hey, Massimo, do you remember when you fucking locked me in the toilet? You cunt." It just didn't come up.
Well, if he's still local, we should kidnap him and lock him in a toilet.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
And, like,
I think
dunk his head and flush the toilet and
Could
stuff.
be wrong, but I think he also might run the ice cream place. I could be wrong about that. I know what he looks like. He looks exactly the same. I won't ever forget his face. But he seems like a nice guy now. But I mean, we're all stupid when we were like,
fuck
whatever.
bullies. Just dunk him.
Do you know what? You're right.
Cunts.
One time I didn't tip him. That money's going straight in my pocket.
Well, in that case, you've already got your revenge, haven't you?
Just...
So we can't do it now. Yeah. We used to talk about getting locked in toilet stalls. Doesn't quite fit, but yeah, that's another one. Girls who play guitars.
Ah.
Do like Maximo Park. They're pretty good. That's not for now.
Let's see.
Hat from
drinks.
Aletha. Friday drinks.
Have you got a drink, Aletha? Are we going to have a drink? Probably we are, because I've got the wine out, so maybe we'll have to do that in a minute when...
I can double park.
Yeah, we could do that. Maybe we could do it at the end of This Is Happening.
Sure. Sounds
Okay,
good
and
to me.
I'll get the glasses out. And we can start the celebration on my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Holidays hap, says Keris.
Yes.
Finally, no longer being forced to work.
Well, she's not.
Right.
I am.
Yes.
My boss is a fucking slave driver. I made the error / had the excellent foresight to have a clearance summer sale that started on August the 1st, which meant that I had to work my ass off setting it up and like literally setting everything in the sale. So that took a load of time. And it has been far more successful than I was ever anticipating. And so I'm pretty much spending my entire life packing parcels and sending them off, which was great until I ran out of boxes and tape and I had to wait for more boxes and tape. So I got a break then.
And brown paper packages tied up with string.
Yeah.
No, I'm going out soon. Are you? So if you're going out tonight, I didn't know this.
I love this house. It's great.
What the fuck? No, she isn't. She's not going out. She's not leaving the house. We bought video games. We bought a new game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Called Inscription. We bought several new games. Well, no, it's called Inscription, and it's like a card game. It's a spooky card game, and you're in this little kind of really strange wooden room, and you're playing this card game against a weird kind of eyes. It's just eyeballs. This strange weird thing in there is forcing you to play this card game against. And the card game's a little bit like Magic. It's very derivative of Magic, which is excellent because Magic's amazing. On Tom's recommendation, on your father's recommendation. And so you have to keep playing this game, and the cards have creatures on them, and when they die, they kind of suffer, and they're unhappy about the fact. They feel like they're alive, the cards are alive, and they're kind of...
With the sound of torment.
Yes, yes, exactly like that.
The cards are alive with the sound of torment.
That's what they would be like. Yeah, it's really good, actually, so we've been playing that. So I don't think she's going anywhere, frankly, because she knows that when we finish this...
It's going to be jazz out, game on.
Yeah, you better believe it. Jazz out, game on. That's a phrase.
Could be the name of this episode, potentially.
Jazz out, game on. Yo, says Duff Valley. Welcome in.
Duff can't make it on Tuesdays normally. I think this is the first time we've seen him on DGMS for a very long time.
Well,
welcome in, Mr. Valley.
Share your nap being a grown-up, says Keris.
Yeah.
Explanation?
Well, we've had to deal with the fact that we need some roof repairs in this last fortnight. To be fair, the procuring the people to fix the problem has gone very well.
That is good, because they're very busy at the moment.
Within a week, we have had scaffolding put up next to the problem, and we have had 3 quotes and chosen a person to fix it, and they're coming to fix it on Monday.
Wow.
So within... we also started a bit last week. So
you were making love by Wednesday.
Period. As long as the dude turns up, we will have, diagnosed, procured people, and fixed the problem. Which means I have to get my arse in gear and do the other things that I wanted to do on the scaffolding, like paint things up high and all that kind of shit. But
got the scaffolding on Tuesday.
It was Monday.
Going up on the roof on Tuesday. Then
Tuesday.
We were procuring quotes from Wednesday. Please tell me if you're doing something during the week, because I can't get enough of doing this. Yeah, Tom's recommendations are good. And
that's coming from his sister. So if within a sibling relationship, somebody says that the recommendations are good, you know it's true.
You know it's true. Next, people with large heads, says Hannah, which connects to what she was saying about when we went to Evita, which was Hat.
I was going to say, I don't know what this is about, but I feel attacked. Fuck you, Hannah.
I don't think you've got a large head. Do you think you've got a large head?
I'm a large person in general, so
your head seems...
It's in proportion with my body, but it's large by nature of me being large.
When I used to be working at Sainsbury's in town, the West Park Farm Sainsbury's, on the back of one of the toilet stall doors, it said, Nick Lambie has a shrunken head. And it was one of the funniest things, because even if you don't know Nick Lambie, and you don't, basically, and I barely knew him, he's in a different year to me, but he did have a really small head. And I never considered how small a head he had, and probably walked around in a puffer jacket because everyone wore one. But at school, he did have a really small head, and it hadn't crossed my mind until I sat down to have a shit in Sainsbury's West Park Farms staff toilets.
Sat there like, he does have a shrunken head.
That's exactly like that.
That's so true.
I was sitting there, and it's just I always sat in the
Where's
same
my
one.
Sharpie? I must confirm this.
You are right.
Facts.
I never thought
100. Scratch.
Nick Lambie has a shrunken head. I can't remember quite what he looks like. I've probably seen him half a dozen times around town. Or
I mean,
like
that's a pretty good candidate for the name of this episode as well. Actually.
Nick Lambie has a shrunken head.
That's 2 choices.
Yeah, she's actually really taking shots at Matt Moat, who has the biggest head of anyone I've ever met.
He does have a big head. Yeah.
Oh my god, he's got such a fucking huge head. Matt, we used to take the piss out of Matt Moat's head all the time. We still do. In fact, the other day he was talking
We
about...
just did, for example.
He said they've had a new patio put in or something like that, and he said, I'm surprised that Jess didn't murder me and put me under the patio, and he's making a joke about that. I said, well, we'd see you, because like I can't imagine the hole she'd have to dig to put you in there. You know, there'd be a permanent bump where your head is at the top of this thing, and it's like, what's this feature, Jess? Oh, well, we thought we'd just make a strange feature. Where's Matt? I haven't seen her in ages.
Yeah, that story arc on Brookside would have ended a lot sooner if it was Matt Moat being buried under the patio.
Right. Where's
That's
what?
A deep cut for you.
I know, right? Where's our kid? I don't know how they speak in Liverpool, really. That was more Manchester. And it's like, there's a big fucking Matt Moat shape. There's a picture of him as a kid, with his brother as a kid, with his parents in his parents' house. So it's like mum and dad, kids on holiday sort of thing. And he's close to the fucking... I'll say it from your point. He's close to the camera lens. So he's like like leaning in just because he's a kid having fun. But of course, what that looks like in perspective is he has a fucking huge head. So you imagine us as friends going around to his house like, fucking hell, mate, even when you were 8, you had a mega head. It's bigger than everything else. It's so funny.
It's quite funny. And this is the second time it's come up on the show. On the F1 Racing show we discuss. There has been a driver replacement mid-season. And at the beginning of the season, they do all of the filming the driver standing next to lights and doing stuff.
Oh,
or just walking casually towards the camera and all that kind of thing.
Like it.
But because there's been a replacement, Daniel Ricciardo has rejoined the grid. But they didn't want to set up all the shit to film it again. And so what they've done is put some kind of lights in the background and put him as close to the fucking camera as they possibly can. So it's just casual. There's Lewis Hamilton looking like Lewis Hamilton.
Casual.
Max Verstappen, who does have a big head, but it's not so bad from a distance. And then Daniel Ricciardo's just there straight into the fucking camera. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Danny Rick, could you take a fucking step back? And it did. I was sat there talking to Duff live, and he was like, holy fuck, it's Daniel Ricciardo. It was hilarious.
Do you know, I have to say, on the effing racing show, is it called? I can't remember.
The effing racing show.
The effing racing show, great name. It's you, Reese, and Duff.
Yes.
Now, you're saying you've got a head, a big head. You've got a head. Different got a head. We can see it here.
Yeah, Duff's got a big head too.
But I was going to say, Duff has a big head.
Yeah, and Reese has not got a small head.
No, I think Reese has got a big head as well. So I'm thinking of your co-hosts, who's got the biggest head? It's difficult.
I think it's Duff because he's padded by beard.
Yeah. Duff, do you agree? Do you have the biggest head, or is it Reese?
I think, yeah, maybe this is a question. We're on the summer break at the moment, but maybe when we come back, we can have a poll who has the biggest head on the effing racing.
There was a guy, he's since dead, who used to play.
He's since
dead. There's a guy. When I used to be at Amateur Dramatics in Folkestone Hythe Operatic and Dramatic Society, otherwise known as FODS, so I was part of that, and we used to do the pantomimes. This guy would always be the band leader. He was always not the conductor, I wouldn't go that far, but he was the guy that played the piano, played the keyboard, and kept everybody else together. And he had loads of kind of fun little things that he could press on it. And that guy had a really big head. It was like that. No, it was
electrifying
laser beams. No, he kind of just it was a bit like that. Whenever they needed a horse to come on, he would press. He was like, "I've got a horse." Yeah, he pressed the button. There was always a button on his thing for any situation. He looked so smug whenever he pressed the button. He's like, "I can use the button." Anyway, he was
8.
And truly, he was a nice person, but he had a very big head and a very small face. Right, if that can be imagined, the contents of his face.
Big head, small face.
Right, and that's what we called him. So me and Duncan, having seen this guy with a big head and small face, called him Big Head, Small Face. So
no spaces, no hyphens.
It was just Big Head, Small Face. And I'm like, oh my God, Big Head, Small Face, so smug when he pressed that horse drop. It's just they'd be like, and that I don't know, Buttons would be on stage going, "Oh, where's the horse?" And he'd press the thing and go, "Moo!" He'd look really smug, and I'd look at Duncan like, fucking Big Head, Small Face. And that was what it was. And he's dead now. His big head
Jesus
looking down at us from heaven.
That got dark.
Well, he just died. He was old.
Oh, right. So he was.
I did mention at the beginning he was dead.
Did you?
Yeah, but really quickly. It doesn't. And someone said.
Oh yeah, you did, and I said head.
Head.
I was too busy making a joke.
To really process. No, I know. I get that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Big head, small face. People have big heads. And the person that had a big head in this case was the person that was sitting in front of Hannah at Evita, and the guy just had a big head.
It's music.
So
just sit back and enjoy it orally.
I didn't know where the seats would be, and the seats were in the stalls. And sometimes the stalls, I don't like getting the stalls because sometimes the rake on the stalls can be quite shallow, which means you end up sitting behind someone with a big head and you can't do anything about it.
It's a very middle-class conversation now.
Whereas if you get dress circle seats, you normally have a more of a top-down view and it's really good. But my brother had got them, and my brother loves to sit next to an aisle. So they were discussing where they were going to sit.
Don't we all?
I said it's going to be an aisle.
We all
he
have
loves an
affinity for the aisles.
Mm. But yeah, so Hannah was sitting behind somebody with a big head, and I was sitting behind someone with a big head. The head wasn't so much of a problem. It was the fact that...
Because you had your brother's aisle seat, so you could just go...
Yeah. I was sitting behind this guy, And I was like, oh, something's happened over there, and the guy's head's. I'll just put my head a bit like this. And as I moved my head like this, he kind of did this wonky head, kind of like, you know, when someone looks at something whimsically, like, oh, like that sort of thing. It's almost like he did that. So I went like this, and he went, like that, and I'm like, oh, for real? So his head's now like that. So I went and slide slightly to the left.
See, I've got no chill. I would just reach forward and correct their head.
Honestly,
I've
at
got
one
no
point.
chill.
So this is what happened if I can do it in
Which
its
is funny
entirety.
because I used to have chill. I don't know where it went.
I go like, he goes, and I go, and then I shit you not, he went like that, and I'm like, it's like someone, you know, when you're walking behind someone and you're trying to get past them, and they kind of like go to the right, and you go, I'll go left, and they go, oh no, I'll go to the left, and you're like, get the fuck out of the way! I swear to God, it was a bit like that, and I really, at one point, sometimes have these little daydreams where I do bad things. I'm sure you do too, so don't, you know. And I had a thought, well, what would it be like if I just fucking slapped him around the back of the head, and then what would then happen? Because he'd be like, excuse me, and I'm like, shh, there's a show on. But I don't know. But, you know, anyway. So that's what she's talking about. Big head at the theatre. Big head, small face.
He might have had a small face, you didn't know.
Big head,
Just
small
assume
face.
he did.
Listen, there'll probably be other people around who have a big head, small face. But in memory of big head, small face, if you see a guy with or a girl with a big head, small face, please say big head, small face.
And you do that, don't you?
I say big head.
Whenever you see someone with a big head, small face, you and Duncan will still say big head,
yeah,
small
we
face.
do.
Yeah, I'm sure I've heard you just randomly say
Big
that.
head, small face, mate.
Something about a hat as well.
Oh, hat, pipe, beard.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a good game. You have to say hat, pipe, beard if you see a person with a hat,
I knew it was
beard.
another one of their little bromance things that they still do.
It took up the entire middle of the stage. I didn't even know she died, mate. It was incredible. And cut out an entire bit of the show.
Spoilers. I mean, not everyone's seen Evita.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. It was set in Argentina. I couldn't even see the flag. I could see the back of that cunt's head.
Well, that was This Is Happening. I now think it's time to press a button. It's probably the button that I should be pressing this time rather than just a random button.
You press whatever button you want, and I'm going to go and get glasses.
Okay. Well, it's apropos that you're fucking off now because... Okay. Because we're moving on to the segment that's all about him. It's the segment we like to call Agony with Alex.
Listen, you'll take my advice and you'll fucking like it.
Seagulls are loud again. Not sure if you can hear them. They were the only thing other than our voices to make it through the microphone on the last episode, but you never know. Play for time, he says. Okay, you couldn't hear that because he's in the kitchen. Aletha has also returned to the kitchen. I wonder if it's her that's making the smell of garlic bread that I can smell. There is a definite waft of garlic bread.
175 medium. You okay with that?
I think that would be all right. Yeah. There is a definite smell of garlic bread, and I'm wondering where it could possibly be coming from. It could be from outside. We've got the windows open, which is why you may be able to hear the seagulls. And it is torturous, actually, because I love garlic bread. Who doesn't love garlic bread? Can you smell it? Yeah, it's coming from outside. It has to be coming from outside. But it is a glorious smell, and now I want garlic bread. Yeah. Agony without Alex. I mean, that's what we all want, really, isn't it? If I read it, then we'll just pretend that we know what he was going to say. Yeah. Tell us, why is Alex suitable to be an agony art? Well, Karis, that's the question, and the answer is he isn't really, and that's part of the joke. Like the idea that we asked this guy to give any advice is, "Hey, Alex, welcome back.
Hey, man.
I thought you would be using your new mics." Yes, we did use them at first, but they were picking up too much sound, and especially in the summer where we need windows open and stuff, we just need to only pick up what is in front of the microphones. But yeah, this is the segment we call Agony with Alex. Thank you very much for the wine.
Oh,
I'm going to enjoy having a drink of that.
Cheers.
Happy birthday for Sunday.
Thank you very much, and thank you
if
to
it's
Tamsin.
Friday now. Is it Friday now? It is Friday
It's
now.
goose wine. I'm getting goose.
I'm getting notes of wine. Yeah, that's definitely wine. See, I can do this shit.
That's okay. It's really dark. When I hold up against it, it's really there's a
That is
dark
good.
wine. A lot of these Shirazes will be very dark.
That is good. Right.
I'm getting no goose shit, no.
No, that's all right This is the segment we call Agony with Alex.
Wow, this is great.
It is as the name suggests. There's a problem. He's going to solve it. Good luck, basically.
Can I just say, I'm always in awe of where these all come from. Because you've been supplying these for a while now, and they're just coming from somewhere. And I don't know where. But thank you very much. If you've got an agony question you want to ask, just fucking ask it in a chat. I'll tell you where to go. But anyway.
If you could do it in a long form so that it creates some content for us, that would be wonderful.
Even better.
We don't really want like short sentences.
No.
We also don't want stream of consciousness bullshit written on your phone. As we've already discussed, we look past that.
Can I just say I'm really into this show at the moment? Like this particular episode, it seems like it's lots of fun. I hope you're enjoying it too.
I think personally we're on a run of really good episodes.
Yeah.
Which
Feels
is
good.
why we need to get the fuck on with chopping them up and putting them on TikTok so that everybody, out there
Can see
in
it too.
TikTok land knows how fucking incredible we are. Anyway,
Yes.
dear Alex.
Hello.
I was playing GTA 5
Oh, okay.
and was driving around the city. At one point, my girlfriend said, "Let's go to the strip club."
Okay.
So he's playing
Did
a
she
game
mean
with
him-
his girlfriend. In the game.
In the game.
In the game.
Man, so put your fucking controller down. We're going to Stringfellows.
And that was the end of the letter.
What is it?
It wasn't an agony letter. I'm just bragging.
I just, we both went along and had a wonderful time.
Isn't she awesome? That's the question.
Do you think, had you ever considered going to a strip club with your other half? Consider the two of you together could go?
Yeah.
That might be fun.
But the only problem is, Alex, is that strip clubs are expensive.
Yes.
And so if I'm taking her, that's double the price. And I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
So I'll go on my own. Cheaper that way.
Good idea.
I'm only thinking of the
her.
family finances.
Yeah.
I'll just go, and then it's
do you know what? That's a good idea. Cost of living. I'll come with you, and Aletha, I'll save her the money.
Yeah,
we can go together.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's nice.
It's perfect.
Anyway, sorry, I did get in your way on that one.
It's fine. I was playing GTA 5 and driving around the city. At one point, my girlfriend said, "Let's go to the strip club." I went inside, and the hookers in the game offered private dances.
They do.
I never knew about these dances.
Did you not?
And the fact that their nipples are uncensored. Girlfriend gets shocked at the nudity and says to me, "Oh, so this is why you were playing this game for hundreds of hours." And says that her heart is beating so fast. I reply, "Oh, I never knew." Shut up, I'm trying to look at the titties.
You're really fucking harshing my boner here, man. Like, fucking wait until later. Wait until the 10 seconds fucking digital thing is finished or whatever. Anyway, yeah.
I reply that I never knew about these private dances, and most of the time I just drive around the city. There's a million things to do in the game.
Jeez. Yeah, mostly shooting people and driving cars.
Yeah, usually running over hookers
and
not
taking
getting
their
lap
money.
dances from them.
No.
Yeah. She doesn't believe me. I tell her it's just a game. Stop thinking like I'm cheating on you with these video game characters.
It's a game. It's not even real.
She's still mad at me and takes it very seriously. I think I'm in the wrong for not telling her about the realistic nudity in video games prior to this.
Is it? Sorry, I know. Is it realistic?
I mean, it's GTA 5. The graphics have come on.
They have come on.
Yeah. I don't think she'd have been offended if they'd have gone into the strip club in like GTA 3.
Right, yeah. Or the strip club I think the strip club in GTA 4 is the first time that they started to bring it. Oh, maybe they did it in San Andreas. I'm trying to remember. They did bring in the kind of like the lap dancey bit, which lasts for all of like 10 or 20 seconds and just looks terrible. But warning, tits. But yeah, I haven't. I really when GTA 5 passed me by a little bit because when it came out it was really expensive. And I just thought...
It's still pretty expensive for what is now a 10-year-old game. It's still like 30 quid.
When it came out, Alex has timed it. Well, I know how long it takes. So...
he knows what he was doing at the time, and he knows how long that takes.
Listen, don't start talking about this.
Don't therapy fund yourself,
Don't do this.
You do it to yourself.
You do. That's what really hurts. Yeah, no. When it came out, it was expensive, and I thought, I've seen enough. Because I just played 4, which I think is shit, I thought...
This did come round very quickly, 4 to 5.
Yeah, and I thought, this is going to be bad, so I'm not going to buy it. And then
you were like, GTA 6 will come out soon afterwards, right?
Yeah, right. And
right, Rockstar?
Owen and Duncan played it all the time and loved it, and I just never bought it. And when eventually I finally bought it, Duncan, the singer, was going on about how good GTA 5 was. He wouldn't shut up about how good it was.
Which obviously meant that you were never going to play it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then years later, it came out for like £10 in like CEX. So I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. I played it for a bit, and it was decent. But I just thought, I've played so many GTA games that this is just more of the same, and I just never felt good about it. So I just kind of stopped playing.
Same game, better graphics.
Yeah, and that's all it was. So I just never ever got into it. So even now, saying now, I've got like 3 missions in, and I just can't be bothered with it. So I never got to the bit where there's a strip club and saw how much better the stripper was in this. But all I would say about this is was there any more left of that?
There is more.
Okay,
yes.
sorry, I'll let you go.
Yes, I think I'm in the wrong for not telling her about the realistic nudity in video games prior to this. She's not familiar with nudity in video games.
Jesus.
Should I apologize for the situation or tell her that her insecurity is too much?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, I think you got it right there. What I will say before we come on to your final question bit there is that what was I going to say? Like, she sees this nudity. Oh my god.
She suggests you go to the strip club.
She suggested you went to the strip club. What did she expect to see there? It's like, oh man, I went to this cake shop. There are fucking cakes everywhere.
Why are there fucking cakes in this shop?
There's a donut here.
The fuck is this?
So that's bullshit. It might be said that she didn't realise they
Are
were
cheating on me with cakes?
You fucking that donut? Is that what you're doing? A ring donut?
It's got a hole in it. You've been here before.
Baby, it's not like that. You understand. I just like to eat them. Effectively, I don't know what kind of level. I hesitate to say the word prude, but a prude someone has to be to get so worked up about
video game
tits, which are the lamest thing. When, in fairness, for literally $0, you could go online and watch real tits. So,
well, some of them are real.
Some of them are real. But real porn exists online for literally nothing. Not even £8 CEX level kind of GTA. So
True.
If you're worried, if your biggest worry in the world is crap video game tits, I think the problem is you.
Yeah. If you have perceived that he has put thousands of hours into GTA, I would assure you do not check his search history, because there will be many more hours in something else, let me tell you.
Listen, that is the least of your fucking worries. And even if it, like, as I've said before, I bought, I can't say it again because it's too Hannah's therapy fun.
Well, she's just brought it up again.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You could just go to your local head, she says.
Well, as I've told you before.
Seemingly baiting her own therapy fund.
I know. I went to when I was with one of my ex-girlfriends, and I will fucking drink.
When I was 17.
And I was 7. I think I was 7. No, I was 18.
I bought some very good porn.
I didn't. I bought some shockingly shit porn.
I bought some shockingly shit porn I purchased from, what's he called again? Martin's.
It was like D-Nash. It was D.
Oh, yeah.
Newsagent D.
From Newsagent D.
My name was Alex B. I bought some shockingly bad porn when I was probably actually 19. And then we watched it because my girlfriend at the time was like, how about we watch some porn together? Because that would be fun and kinky. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Where the fuck am I getting it porn from? And I thought, I can't buy it from this shop at the end of the road because A, my parents go there. B, they don't fucking sell any. So I had to go up to the nearest shit porn vendor. You're the new Sondheim. If only I was. But yeah, I mean, this guy, basically, she's caught out. I think there's a sex scene in Mass Effect. And, like, basically, in loads of things, like, I know Cyberpunk 2077 probably has some sex in it and stuff.
Yeah, as soon as they made, video game tits somewhat realistic, they have been littering video games with tits. And so, if you did not know that there were tits in video games, then I think you're the problem. You haven't played enough video games, frankly.
By the way, and the fact that you think he's been hiding this fucking Easter egg of fucking shit tits under the kind of the facade of the fact that he's, God forbid, driving around shooting things in GTA.
You coming to bed? No, I think I'm going to get some GTA time in.
I know what you really want. You just want to, like, as soon as she goes out the door, he, like, drives to the strip club and goes in and starts throwing dollars at this thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the good stuff. No, Have you ever seen those memes you get on TikTok and the various shorts where it's like, he's probably cheating on me?
Yeah,
and
he's probably thinking about other women, and it's some nerdy shit.
It's some nerdy shit where they're all trying to get together with all their kind of instruments to play the theme tune to Mario Kart or something like that. No, but anyway, so like that's what it's like. People, the reason men buy Grand Theft Auto is to drive around fast and shoot people in the head. And that is why you buy it. There is
the clue's in the
no
name,
reason.
really. They're there for some Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, they're stealing stuff.
Not some grand look at titties.
No.
That's what porn is for.
That is what porn is for. And if you've got a problem with that, you've got another thing coming, basically. But to your point, your question, solve this shit. No, you don't have to apologize for this nonsense. If you apologize for this, imagine the bullshit. There's nothing to apologize for.
No. Don't apologize for things that don't warrant an apology.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be apologizing for nothing for your entire life.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Fuck that shit. Even if it were porn you were
that
watching,
goes
you've got
both
nothing
ways.
to apologize
That's not
for.
just a male to female thing. Like, don't apologize for things that you don't need to apologize for. It's a slippery slope.
Man, I can really smell that garlic bread. I want it.
Like, where is it coming from?
I haven't had anything to eat, so I'm really quite hungry.
It's just dark out there. It's like no one is home, or they're living in the back of the house.
You know, I said Aletha wasn't going to leave the house because she's not going anywhere.
But she is she?
Yeah, she's just left.
Oh.
She's left the house. She's gone. Yeah,
she's
even
beeping horns.
The car agrees.
Meep, meep.
You better. Is that the garlic bread van?
Yeah, 6 garlic breads, please.
6. Oh,
5 for me, 1 for Alex.
shit, he's gone.
Yeah.
She's stealing the garlic bread. She's just driven off in my car. Fucking hell. Good job I didn't give her some fucking wine. Yeah, she's gone. Right. Well, that was a great agony. I feel we solved that one really nicely. That's fucking ridiculous. I do love it. What the fuck, man? Like, I remember seeing the strip club scene in, like, when you go into one of the others, in Vice City, there's a strip club, but it's just people on poles. And then later, they obviously thought, let's get a lap dance scene in it. So you can go out to the back and have a lap dance. And it's just cut scenes.
I think there is a lap dance.
This girl just dancing around. And you're like,
GTA 3 as well, but it's kind of like just rigidly, like just grinding on, not even on the character, just near the character.
I kind of find it amusing, but what's the point of it in the game? Because it's not sexy, but it is realistic in terms of the things that your character might do.
Yes. Yeah.
Except in number 4, where your brother, your cousin rings you up and wants to fucking go bowling. Hey, cousin, let's go bowling! And you go, all right. And then you go and play a bowling mini game. And then little Jacob rings you up and he goes to play. He says, hey, man, you want to play a dart game? Because he's from, like, in Jamaica.
That was just them demonstrating that they can put other games in the game.
It's all about the game.
They did that in San Andreas. You could go to the arcade and play the arcade game. There was only one, though, I think, if I'm remembering rightly. But
I mean, this wine's nice. I like it.
It is nice, yeah.
She's picked well. She's done well.
Yeah.
So
this just in, wine with geese on them. Hat.
Is hat.
You can take that to the bank.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was Agony with Alex.
Yeah, it was nice.
Let's just scroll back.
If you apologize for this, then Tomb Raider will be next. Like, the point of these things is kind of to be, they're not always titillating, you know, but...
I mean, if it can be titillating, it should be titillating.
Why not?
I find tits are great. Who doesn't like tits?
And it's equal opportunities tits. You know, sometimes there's other tits.
Like, even straight women appreciate other women's tits. Like, because tits are great.
And
everyone loves tits.
I mean, I don't know, but there must be other games which have men with huge fucking rippling Jason Momoa biceps in it for people to look at. If they want to look at. I think there's opportunities. Why the fuck not?
Aquaman, the video game? Is that a thing?
Probably.
Yeah.
Never apologize
for anything, even if you're at fault.
Yeah. Just style it out. Move the fuck along. Right. Where do you want to go now? Did you want to go to the sea? Because
I think we should get in the sea. Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise we might run out of time, and I've got so many things to put in the sea.
Fair enough. Did you want to do the other thing first before we do that, or do you want to do that afterwards?
Oh yeah. I want to ask you is this the I've lost it. I'm going to ask you, is this the person that you think is not Anna Torv?
Is this not Anna Torv?
What do you think? Is this the person that you think is not Anna Torv?
Now, I've never seen Anna Torv in a hat.
No.
I've never seen Anna Torv in half a hat.
No.
and half in black and white.
Wow.
So this is going to be a tough workout, let me say.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards no, because I couldn't tell you who that is,
No.
quite frankly.
No. I think I know who it is.
Do you?
Yes. I think it is not Anna Torv. And
Okay.
to that end, I'm going to press this button.
Okay, yeah, I
Probably
would
going to make
agree.
it disappear.
It is not Anna Torv. It's not Anna Torv.
It's not Anna Torv. I think it was half Margot Robbie, half Cillian Murphy.
Ah.
Or Cillian Murphy, I don't know. Somebody might want to confirm that shit.
I think it's Million Curfew, actually.
I literally don't give a fuck, so please don't confirm it either way.
Can't believe we've still not solved this.
I think I might know who it is, but I've forgotten who it is now. But I think maybe I didn't, because I think you confirmed it wasn't. We're still talking about Anna Torv and who it's not.
Yeah.
It's all about the Torv.
Maybe by next year's Super Bowl, on the anniversary of us going, what the fuck, then we'll finally know. But probably not. The quest continues. Anna Torv wears a beanie in Fringe. She does wear a beanie in Fringe. Yeah. Maybe it was Million Curfew or whoever that is.
Right. Let's push along to the segment that we like to call Get in the Sea.
Won't you come with me? Gonna eat it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you'd love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea?
Look at that. A sploosh! That's what's going to happen. If we put you in the sea, whatever we might put in the sea, if you've never seen this segment before and you're lurking in the background, or maybe in the foreground, like Moat's fucking big head.
It's always there.
It's always there. I think I can still see it now. One time, we went to Yo Sushi and I took a selfie of a Yo selfie. That's good. In my head, I wish I'd said that properly. Anyway, a selfie of all of us. We've been to a Magic tournament. It's just me and Plummer and a bunch of other people, probably maybe Curly, but like, I think Matt Moat is right next to me. And his head's really big because he's closer to the camera again. I'm like, this is an optical illusion that makes it look like Matt's head is really big. Actually, this photo is taken, but Matt is sitting at home. Matt is not in this picture. Matt is sitting at home. But yes, this is the segment we call Get in the Sea, where we put things in the sea that you suggest, maybe, and things we want to fucking put in the sea. And then, oh boy, the things that need to be put in the fucking sea. I agree, beeping man. Someone's going to put in the sea is fucking you right now, beeping past whatever o'clock. Do one. So yeah, I've got a few written down here, and I've got a few in my brain. Do you have any?
I have one, yeah.
Do you want to kick off with that? Or do you want to come back to it after this?
I can kick off.
Cool,
Why not? Yeah, because it's a bit of just a random observation that I've made this week.
It's entered your brain.
It's been fucking me off.
Yes.
It's mostly been what's the word I'm looking for? Perpetuated by social media, and it's the time of year.
Oh.
They only come out at this time of year.
Okay.
People trying so fucking hard, and when I say people, it's mostly Karens. People trying so fucking hard to provide non-technology based summer activities for kids with the captions like, Wi-Fi free fun!
Really?
Put down that tablet! And all this kind of bullshit. It's like, no, let the kids do what the fuck they want. They're in school all fucking year. They get 6 weeks, not even 6 weeks if you go to my daughter's school. You get 5 weeks. They've earned a bit of fucking playing Minecraft. Just leave them the fuck alone, and they can make weird shit out of paper at Christmas time. Fuck off.
Now, I have to say I totally agree with this, because there's always something, whatever the new cool thing is.
It's exactly what kids shouldn't be doing.
So when we had a Spectrum, 48K or 128K plus 2, with a data recorder, my mum would be like, well, she didn't not want us to play it, but she was like, you can't play that late because this, and you can't play that now, and you know, they didn't know what effect computers were going to have on us. So like, you don't want to be playing this, get out in the sunshine. And like, even now, you'll see kind of posts on Facebook that will say like, when we were young, we were riding bikes and doing this stuff. We weren't in at home playing our computers. And I'm like, incorrect. I was playing fucking Jet Set Willy and Manic Miner and fucking R-Type.
I was playing the same 3 levels on Sonic the Hedgehog because I couldn't progress past level 3, and it would just reset and go over and over and over again.
If you think for 1 second. We did sometimes play on our bikes, and we did sometimes go out in the back alley, and we did do those things. But often we went round to our mate's house to play on their computers.
Yep.
And then they come around to our house
And as
play
soon
on
as
our
they were
computers.
like, right, that's enough video games from you. Out you go and play.
Kids love video games.
Straight to someone else's house. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
people today, like, get off that tablet, get your kids off that tablet. They want to be on the tablet.
Yeah. That is literally what they do for fun. And as long as they're fulfilling all of their other childly duties, like learning and doing the fucking washing up. I don't make my kid do the washing up, but I should. Then by all means, let them do what the fuck they want. It's their free time. Don't fuck around.
But you see a kind of like, what's I trying to say? Like a disproportionate amount maybe of put that tablet away and we're going to do some tablet-free activities.
Yeah, and it's bullshit stuff that nobody's going to fucking enjoy.
We're going to make a plant, put a plant in a pot. We're going to do some pottery and paint on it. We're going to fucking make a badge.
And some of the suggestions are fine.
Yeah.
Like if you know looking for activities to do with your kids, that's not what I have a problem with. But it's the idea. It's like you need to stop them having fun. Do this bullshit instead.
Is there an underlying aspect of your bad parents if you just stick a fucking iPad in front
Oh,
of
they
them?
do suggest that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I think you better put this fucking in the sea quick smart because I agree with you. Not that you need my ratification, but
Do not.
but hit that fucking button
I will.
and
we'll make it go saploosh.
we'll make it yeah.
There it is.
I spent every summer holiday playing Sims until 2 a.m. You got to do it. Here's the thing, like nothing has really moved on, just the technology has moved on. So when I was a kid, when my brothers and, you know, Hannah's father were kids, we would be playing this stuff and they would be staying up playing whatever the equivalent was, you know, and my dad would be like, you can't play this. There was a game called the Oracle's Cave game, and it was like a move right, move left, attack thing, pick up gold kind of game. You had to find your way out of it. And I played it loads one day, and then I had some really weird dreams. And I told my mum, foolishly, that I had really weird dreams. And she's like, you're playing the Oracle's Cave game. You've been playing the Oracle's Cave game. Can't play the Oracle's Cave game. Like, it gives you weird dreams. And then every time I was playing it, she'd be like, don't play the game, because it give you weird dreams. And I'm like, it was just like one time I dreamt about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not to say that kids shouldn't be going outside and enjoying the sunshine. Only problem is, there's no fucking sunshine to enjoy, is there? What a dire bullshit fucking summer we're having.
I know.
Full of rain and no sunshine. This summer, what a joke. Let's rename it.
Yes? Shit summer.
Not summer.
Not summer. That's
Yeah.
good. We'll work on that. We'll
Yeah,
workshop it. But in June was okay. I remember when I was going all the way to Glastonbury and some of the areas around that wasn't so bad. It's really July that's fucked us over. And we're not going to be able to go down the Harbour Arm for drinkies tomorrow. We're going to have to
You're
play.
supposed to piss down, isn't it?
So that's why we're going to play board games for my birthday.
Yeah. I mean, there might be like an hour window where we can go down there and get some sun.
Just immediately rush
like,
down
quick,
there.
it's sunny, get down there, and then get back again.
Wetma. Nuh-uh-ma.
Both good suggestions.
Good, I like them both. I like Nuh-uh-ma slightly better. Not having to go at you, Karis, but, you know, just I like Nuh-uh-ma.
Yeah, Wetma's a bit on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything to put in the sea?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
boy,
yeah. I
does
want to
it.
move this, but I kind of feel like it might. So let's find out what happens when I do it. Okay, that's better. How about that? We still. Oh yeah, we're cool. Right. This was from last week, and I don't know how I feel about this, but I've written Mars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't like Mars bars either. They're shit. Why would you get a Mars bar when you can just get a Snickers?
I know, right? And the problem with me is
Looking
that
at you, Aletha. Not
I
that
want a
Not
Snickers.
that you're here. You fucked off wherever you
and so the reason she's gone off is because she's gone to meet Mechalicus.
Oh.
Mechalicus is out having fun, and Mechalicus has sent her a message saying, "Do you want to come and have a drink?" And she said yes.
There you go then.
It is not the chocolate. It is, in this case, the planet Mars.
Oh.
Because what I dislike about Mars, God damn it, Aletha. What I dislike about, I was watching Aletha playing Miles Morales, the PS5 Spider-Man game, and it's a really good game, and zipping around everywhere, like webbing bad guys and having a jolly good time. And there's a bit later on where like, they flash back to a time when Miles Morales and his mate has made a science project at a science
Just to be clear,
fair.
he's Miles Morales, right? Not Mars Morales.
No, Miles. Sorry, I'm saying it very quickly. Did I say Mars Morales? Yes, because I said it so quickly.
Mars Morales.
Miles Morales. I'm just so used to saying it.
It's Miles Morales, see?
Miles.
Like
I would walk
O'Brien.
500 Miles Morales.
Like
I
our
kinda
favourite union man, Miles O'Brien.
Right. Yes. Yo, Ali. Look at the viewing figures. I don't want to, but thank you if they're good.
We never do.
We don't really. Friday is the new Tuesday. Fucking brilliant. Fucking. That's so funny.
But if
so
there
good.
are lots
so
of people,
good.
if there are lots of people,
that's like one of
here,
the best things you said.
Thank you very much for being here.
Fucking check out the fucking figures. Let's go back to Friday.
But we never do.
Yeah.
I'll move this mouse before I click on something.
Yeah, there's a whole amount of GTA.
There was
chat.
a lot of GTA.
And I was
chat.
thinking about Ali while we were doing it.
Yeah.
Ali, when you play GTA, do you ever go in the strip clubs in GTA?
Oh, he doesn't play GTA.
Does he not?
No, he just pesters people to play GTA.
I
He
know
doesn't
that-
ever play it himself.
Oh, okay.
He just wants other people to play it, and we all deny him.
Part of me saying, going back to it swiftly, saying Miles Morales so fast is because, like, he's in Spider-Verse, right? So I presume we've all seen these things. So I kind of thought that people wouldn't have to unwork my words because they could fill it in with
No,
context.
most people are sick of Marvel and the fact that
well, you
they're
should-
constantly churning shit out and just let them be, basically.
I do think you should all watch it. It's really good. But aside from that, at one point, there's a bit where Miles Morales and his mate flash back to a time before he becomes Spider-Man, where they have entered a science project to their science fair, like all good fucking students do in every TV and film show ever. And they go to see it, and it's all about some technology that will take when you go to Mars. And it's a big Mars exhibition. And it's not just their work, their scientific work. It's lots of different scientists have all collaborated or come together with individual tech that the overriding connecting factor is Mars and going to Mars. And all I could say to Aletha is, what is the obsession with TV and films with Mars? Mars is shit. Mars is a red, lifeless rock with nothing on it. Everything's shit about Mars. Nothing good happens on Mars. But yet, for some reason, people have this love affair with TV and film about Mars. Like it's this distant, romantic, alien, exotic place that we must strive to go to.
Well, that's it. There's nothing on Mars.
No.
And the chances of anything coming from Mars
What?
are 1,000,000 to 1.
But still, they can't. Ba, ba, ba. So I don't see the point. Like, for example,
And if that went over your head, shame on you.
When you watch Babylon 5, there's a bit where they're like,
I don't watch Babylon 5.
well, maybe you'll get an opportunity to when they rebox it,
It's-
and
it's
I come around to your house.
It's out
and
on Blu-ray.
Put it in your face.
I'll watch it on Blu-ray. I doubt they've remastered the bullshit fucking PlayStation era graphics.
Let it go
still.
past. Story, all story.
Right.
Characters. Sci-fi. Listen, they don't do the thing. They don't go back in time. Oh, maybe they do. They don't go back in time and hang out and make the baseball shit. Or I don't know. I'm making. Oh, like you know how Tom Paris really knows.
You're taking shots at the best bits of Voyager.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know really what, but you know what I mean. But like,
they don't go to the holodeck and play a 1920 story in black and white.
They don't do that. They just fucking do ship stuff and space stuff.
They just get on a ship that looks like it was rendered on a potato. Good. Okay. Glad we made that clear.
Anyway, in that Earth has decided it's a good idea to colonize Mars. And it's shitty and it's horrible and the weather's crap and everyone's angry and they're trying to mine Mars and it's shit. And in Red Faction, they go to Mars and they're trying to mine it and it's shit. And then in Total Recall, they decide to go to Mars and it's completely inhabitable, but they push on regardless and it's shit and aliens live there.
It's because it is perceived to be more habitable than the other planets neighboring us, isn't it?
It's just like...
It's like, what is it? Venus is the other one that way, isn't it? It's like it's too hot. And the one even closer to the sun.
Mercury.
Mercury. Too hot. But Mars is just that little bit
planet.
That little bit more habitable, although it isn't at all habitable.
We as a people or as sci-fi viewers,
we the people
have an obsession with the alienness and the interesting sci-fi interest with Mars. And every TV show that does it makes the mistake of thinking that you care about it and you don't. It's bullshit. And so when I saw it in Miles Morales, I'm like, stop thinking it's cool, because it was shit in Red Faction, it was shit in fucking The Martian. He goes there and sits on his own. Stop making things about Mars. Fuck Mars. That's all I'm saying. All's wells that ends wells. That's very fucking good.
Excellent.
Mars is shit. Stop using it as your background for things. Stop using it. Make up another planet. I don't give a fuck where it is. But don't use Mars.
Why isn't anyone using fucking Pluto?
Oh, by the way...
Pluto gets a terrible rap. It's not even a planet
No,
anymore.
it's a trans-Neptunian object.
It needs to be in more sci-fi.
In The Expanse, does Mars the best. But even still, Mars is still a rock they're trying to make flourish. And the people that come from Mars, that's the best example of Mars.
Do you know who didn't do Mars for ages and then ruined it by doing Mars?
What's that?
Star Trek.
Oh, did they do Mars?
There was no Mars. There was no Mars at all. It was mentioned in passing as where there's a shipyard. You know, Utopia Planitia is on Mars where they make the starships. But they never went there until Picard, when they had the AI taking over, spoilers, and like blowing up the entire planet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was Mars. And like even you have succumbed to the Mars Star Trek.
Can't polish a Mars.
You can't polish a Mars.
You
Thanks very much
roll
for the
in
sub.
glitter.
There, Harmstone. It's a good use of your Prime sub. If you are an Amazon Prime member and you
want to, you can subscribe
or even if you don't, subscribe with
Prime.
your Prime membership.
If you've got Prime,
it's
subscribe.
free and it gives us money.
It's free to you
that we can spend on more wine.
Yeah, ideally. So what I guess is this is what I want to put in this kind of romanticization of Mars is this amazing sci-fi location, which every time people use it, they just end up having to work around literally everything on Mars just to make it work. Why people don't go home. Anyway, so...
Yeah, so if you could pick up Mars and prepare to put it in the sea, I know it's a bit heavy, but...
I will pick up Mars and throw it relentlessly into the sea. It is quite heavy, so... Oh, fuck yes, thank God for fucking Mars going in. I got one more thing to put in the sea, which, as I walked away from Evita with Hannah, I turned to her and said, that's going in the sea.
What, Evita's going in the sea?
Evita is not, but something that occurred while we were at Evita.
I mean, is the film from whatever it was, 97, 98, going in the sea? Because I've been told it was a bit shit. Has anyone seen it?
I have. Seen it. I don't think I've seen it. I think I've seen bits of it, and I think people loved it. At the time, people loved it.
Because who is it? Is it Madonna?
It's Madonna and Antonio Banderas.
I mean, that sounds shit.
I think I said his name really weirdly then, but Banderas. Don't walk away, Alex Borton. I think if you put Mars in the sea, you flood or maybe implode the Earth. Oh, that's a good point. Well, we've done it now.
Too late now. Let's live with the consequences.
I don't remember watching Evita at the time, but I have seen bits of it, and I think it's quite good. The film, that is.
I mean, when it came out, I was 10, so I obviously didn't give a shit then.
No, I was, 12, I guess, so, you know. It caused the apocalypse. Right, so the thing that happened was, this was irritating the shit out of both me and Hannah, was that someone behind us, as part of the clapping and whooping, was whistling. And was whistling with the two-fingered...
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing. Oh, that was really loud. But you can't do that just by whistling like I just did. Just by going, it's not going to get you the volume or ear-piercing volume that you need. That's a proper fucking, either that, I'm going to put it down. It's either like this, or you're putting two fingers like, it's this one, right? Now, I've never been able to do it, so even if I wanted to, I can't demonstrate it.
I can brap, but I cannot whistle.
But even at Duncan the Singer's best day, even on his best day, his best whistle, if he was asked to do, a million whistles and pick the very best whistle, and he is a loud fucking whistler, he is an amateur, a rookie, compared to whoever the fuck was that was whistling at Evita when we went to see it, who had the most ear-piercing, glass-shattering, fucking eardrum-bursting fucking whistle that was really like fucking, it was, when you've had such a high-piercing thing that it kind of does something to your eardrums, it kind of wobble, and it kind of does, it was fucking excruciating, and everybody was like, the fuck is that? And every time so at the walk down, whenever they came out, when the next person came down, I'm like, oh shit. As soon as it, I don't know if you know, when you go into musicals, the chorus comes out and everyone, polite clap, that's nice. The next chorus comes out, polite clap. Someone that knockabout funny character, someone gives a bit of a whoop. By the time you get to the big characters who are the bigger parts, everyone's really whooping.
Like a rock.
Everyone's really going for it. But once you got into those, quite soon, this guy was whistling really loudly and then whistling again. I'm like, oh no, every time. And once the narrator comes down, I know when Evita comes down, he's going to whistle. And it was just so sharp that it was cutting out the
Once
rest of
again, I have no chill, and I would have shouted at the top of my throat, "Stop whistling, you cunt!"
genuinely think Alex and I would have thrown hands with this dude if we could have found him. We looked for him. I turned round because I certain it was the guy behind, and I was so angry that I was looking for the person behind me. And I looked round, and the person was like talking to his wife. I was like, "It's fucking him. I know it's fucking him." And then I was just looking at him all the way round, and then suddenly I heard but he didn't.
So anyway, blah, 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 blah.
But then I heard the whistle again when I was looking at him.
You're like,
It wasn't him.
it was not that guy.
Who the fuck was it? And I was trying to find it, and I was looking, and I was really loudly fucking angry about it. Like, what the fuck, man? You know. So all I can say is they've got signs up, and at the beginning of the thing, they'll put a sign up saying, "Do not put your phone on. Don't put your phone up. No cameras," because they're really interested in making sure no one films it. That's their fee in their bonnet. They've got to fucking make sure that's the case. But they should have a sign of a face with someone like this, and it says, "No fucking whistling, you cunts." No, seriously, I mean it. Because honestly, that is the problem at theatre suddenly. Not clapping, not whooping. A whoop's fun. A whoop's nice. But a fucking shrill whistle, that person needs to get pushed under one of those stupid tram thing of, to kind of like bicycle kind of things that they drive around playing Don't Stop Me Now, whatever. Oh my God.
Or a train, because that's got a whistle.
I'm getting you a t-shirt with that on. Fucking 100%. How far would you go to stop him whistling, though? I'd have punched his larynx in, and he would never have said anything again.
Beautiful.
Let alone fucking whistle. I'd have ripped his throat out like Patrick Swayze in Roadhouse. Is Ellie still here? Ellie fucking loves Roadhouse. That would have been great earlier. He is known in that film to know that he can rip people's throat. I heard he ripped a man's throat out, and everyone's like, he didn't rip a man's throat out. It's like, oh yeah, over in such and such county, he ripped a man's throat out. And it's like, no. And then at the end of it,
obviously they'll revisit that, because why would you say that at the beginning of the film otherwise?
There's always the bad guy's number one goon, right? And it's the same in Bond films. Bad guy's number one goon. He's like, "I've been waiting a long time to fuck you up, Dalton." And he's like, "You'll be waiting a long time still," in a crap fucking comeback. I don't know what he says. And they fight and they exchange some blows. And then suddenly fucking Patrick Swayze goes, like with a claw finger like this. He's like, "Wah!" Like that. And he's like, and the guy's like, whatever. And he just goes, "Shlonk," like that, and just tears the guy's throat out. And the guy just falls over. And I'm like, well, turns out he does do that. And that's what I fucking do to that guy.
Without any hesitation, he would rip his throat out. So there you go. Yeah, I think
putting in the C,
that is definitely C-worthy.
Cunts that whistle at musicals is what it is, but it could be anywhere. But I'm going to say that. If it was Amy would say whistling.
Cunts that whistle at inappropriate times.
Yes,
maybe. Yeah, whatever. Harmstone can workshop it.
Is there ever a time when it's acceptable to whistle? Because if it's a whistling, that's it. A wolf whistle's never really acceptable. So why would you whistle? When should there's never a time.
While you work, Alex. Whistle while you work. Not like that. In the sea.
Please, I was so angry. Jeremy, you've no idea how angry I was. Well, maybe you do. I was so angry.
I have witnessed the
really
heights of
hope
your anger.
that you're watching this, because it was super cringe. And when the guy who I thought was whistling...
It's just so lower class. Like, don't they know where they are?
It's just like, the guy behind me was with his wife, or his girlfriend, partner, whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Sister.
And she kind of looked slightly awkward. But I couldn't tell if she was looking awkward because... she was annoyed with this
because you were looking around menacingly, looking for somebody whistling.
But I felt it might have been him, and she was like, but whoever was with that person would be like, "Stop it, fucking stop it! No, I love it. Fucking love Avita. I'm gonna whistle. Fucking stop it. People are looking. That guy's looking for where you are. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep whistling." Like,
he's seen Roadhouse. He's gonna rip your throat out.
The name's Dalton. Whistling at inappropriate times. I can't think of a time where it should be... I don't know. Yes, sure. Shrill. Stupid fucking whistling cunts. Stupid fucking whistling cunts.
Yeah, that'll do. That does the job.
I'm so angry that's what I'm saying. Stupid fucking whistling cunts. Honestly, Duncan can whistle. He's got nothing on this guy. He's got nothing on this guy. If Duncan whistled like this, he'd be fucking divorced. I am not even fucking kidding. Amy hates whistling. If he whistled like this near her, she'd just put a bullet in the back of his fucking head, and that would be the end of it. That whistling, I presume the guy's dead, because his partner would have pushed him under a fucking train. Oh my god. Anyway,
anything else for the sea?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe
it's Friday, we do what we want.
Yeah, that's
I know
fine.
you looked at
Yeah.
the clock, but
They actually train one of those. This guy's one of their secret FBI weapons. Whistle! I wouldn't cross. This is the singer. You shouldn't. Like, there's sometimes when Duncan is loud. He's the loudest person I know.
think it's more accurate to say there are some times when Duncan isn't loud.
Duncan's like the loudest guy I know.
Yeah, he is
And
loud.
he'll say something. He'll like, what the fuck? There's He'll be really loud. And Amy will be like, oh, God, shut up. And I'm like, you married him. I don't know whether to put this in now or when Aletha's here to hear it, but Aletha, we've been discussing games to play in bed. Woo! No, and
Maybe
video
you
games.
should, visit the
visit
fine
the strip-
establishments of GTA 5.
We wanted to play. We've mentioned this before, but we played Spiritfarer, and we're looking for a game to play in bed. And we've been playing Inscription, but we wanted to play a game we could play co-op. And after looking for many
So stacking shelves, giving member discounts.
yeah, that sort of thing. We
Not
tried
tapping your ass though. That's somewhere else.
No, somewhere. And then we tried to play that for a while, but then they just told us to leave because we didn't actually work in co-op. So
Good donuts though.
we wanted to play something local, sitting in bed together, both with controllers. And we didn't want to play. We went through a lot of various games that we didn't want to play, and for different reasons. And in the end, we settled on Divinity: Original Sin 2, which is a fantasy game for up to 4 people to run around with like swords and fantasy.
With an unnecessarily long title.
Divinity: Original Sin, because Divinity: Original Sin was the original one, and then Divinity: Original Sin 2 is the second one.
Oh, I thought it was the third one.
It's a fantasy world, so you can be like an archer or a mage or a warrior, various things presumably, and then you both pick a character, and then you zoom around the map, killing things, and you have a jolly good time. And so she found this. I said, you know what? Let's give this a go. Not least the fact that Yolfather had recommended it at one point, and he said,
and we all know what to do with a Yolfather.
Right? Recommendation. So we bought it, and we went Divinity: Unoriginal Sin.
That should have been what the sequel was called.
Unoriginal
They
Sin.
have missed the trick.
Once you've had something original, unoriginal sin. Oh, an apple. Eating an apple.
Original
Fucking
sin.
How derivative.
2. It's like that one. So it kind of wasn't original, I guess.
That's the idea.
This is a second original. Can you have a second? No. Just go with it.
Original Sin 2. Okay, this time they're still in the Garden of Eden. Have we done that? I think we've done that. Come on. Adam, Eve, Garden of Eden. Twist is, it's a bigger apple. We've done it. I think we've done it. I think we've been there.
Okay, fine. It's not a snake.
Okay.
It's
just like a Komodo dragon.
It's a wombat.
Gotta think big. What do the kids love now? Fucking meerkats. Get a fucking meerkat in there. So anyway, we went to try and play it last night, and we both pressed play on our controllers. So we're blunk, blunk, and we're in there. Profiles up, 1, 2. And then we're kind of looking for the bit where it allows you to press the story, and there isn't a button for that.
And
then
you stumble into the strip club, and they've got their tits out, and Aletha's like, what the fuck is this?
You see me rolling.
This is why you wanted this
They're
game, is it, Alex?
hating. And I'm like, it's not like that. And then I watch some porn. Basically, we put our stuff in, my profile, her profile, ready to play. There's no option to play. And all it seemed to say was online co-op or online multiplayer or something like that. And we're like, well, where's the kind of local co-op? And to cut a long story short, too late.
There isn't one.
There isn't one. You can't play local co-op on Divinity: Original Sin. All you can do, because it says this, play up to 4 people online.
So
I have to buy.
you would need a second PS5,
Yeah.
and you would both need PlayStation Plus in order to play online.
Yes. So when they sell you this game to allow you to play together, and it's saying you can play together, what they mean is you have to sign in through your
You can play
PlayStation.
together with someone who is not with
So
you.
you have
can
to
play not together with someone
for more
else.
money. If you want to play, what kind of fucking shitty game makes you buy the game and then makes you buy a subscription to enact the next part of the game? Someone outside is shouting about bullshit. But yeah, what the fuck?
In Polish, it sounds like.
I literally don't understand. You buy a game and then, oh, no.
Might be Czech.
That's not enough. So I'm really put off because there's someone really shouting. They've stopped now. Yeah, anyway, so fuck Divinity. Yeah. You hate Divinity Original Sin 2 as well. Should have got her involved. So yeah, who wants to buy like fucking 30 quid's worth of fucking PlayStation Plus and the rest, just to get this so we can both play it? Fuck it. So we got really annoyed. We got really kind of unhappy because we just bought this game really looking forward to play it. So Divinity Original Sin 2 can go in the fucking sea.
Fuck me, that's loud. What, when I turned the mic? Or just in general? Yeah. It's quite interesting, actually. She is shouting at the top of her voice, and the person she's having an argument with is talking very calmly and just saying blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, because I can't even hear the other person.
Yeah, he's there.
So those were the things I had. Mars, Whistling, and Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yeah. Well...
And I do
I
have...
think they can get the VOD. Basically.
There are others on... Yes, I'll tell her about it anyway. She'll be happy it went in. There are others on here that would be added to the thing, but maybe we're at the point now where we can leave them for next time.
Yeah, and we move the fuck forward.
Yes, onto our final segment. Final segment of the evening, which is, of course, Am I the Arsehole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Well,
Am I the arsehole for standing in the street and shouting while the other guy is just saying things? Yes.
Yes, you are. You are the arsehole. You've got a stamp. Love it. Very happy. Am I the arsehole where we find stories that have arseholes in it, or do they? And then we read them out, and then you tell us. That's it. No, Tam's in tonight. I think she's gone away on holiday.
She's gone on holiday a lot this year. Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice.
I want a bit of that action, to be honest.
That's why she's not around. Tomorrow, we will be going out in Folkestone to have drinks. So if you are in Folkestone tomorrow and you want to have drinks with us, we'll be out having drinks.
She's in York. Must not be nice. Because it's probably still shit weather there too.
Yeah.
But seriously,
she must be visiting her friend.
If any of you cunts are in a warm climate right now, where there's actual sunshine, fuck you. Because that's where I want to be. Unbelievable behaviour.
Hannah was actually going to ask if you wanted to come down this weekend. In fact, I was going to probably throw it open to a lot of people, but couldn't work out what to do with my time, and the weeks crossed by and I hadn't worked it out.
And now it's hours away and it's too late.
Yeah. But if anybody wants to come down, feel free. Get on a train. And we'll drink.
Or drive. And just don't drive home.
Yeah. At least one sofa.
And plenty of floors.
Anyway, yes, options.
Yes.
Right. You've got one, I've got one. Is that right?
Yes, I'm going to go first because I do feel like that is definitely an example of saving the best to last.
Yeah.
So you can sit on that one.
I'll sit on my leg and sit up a little bit.
Have a nice little bit of wine, and we'll take in our first. Am I the arsehole?
I'll be there, but like 2 weeks late. That is true. Hannah is coming down in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole family's coming down.
The whole fam?
Well, not Tom.
No. The whole fam that...
Minus Tom.
They're never together. All
never
at one
together.
Time. One of them's got to look after the fucking stupid fucking dog.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. How are you doing that, Hannah? Are you going to bring the dog with you? That'd be hilarious.
Maybe I'm less interested in hanging out with the Bortons.
Yes. Okay, well, I will say you're going to read this one, and then I'm going to read my one.
Yes.
Cool.
Am I the arsehole?
Yes.
For expecting my daughter to continue to pay rent after she moves out.
Well, it seems like an open and shut case.
Well, it's quite long, so let's see in which ways they caveat it and really double down on how they're the arsehole. Am I the arsehole for expecting my daughter to continue to pay rent after she moves out? I'm a 54-year-old woman with a 23-year-old daughter.
Okay.
Jenny. I assume that's her name, not just a random sentence.
Random. Jenny. Kids say weird things now.
I mean, she's 54.
Old people say weird things now.
That's an old kid. Yeah. I'm just going to say Jenny at random points throughout this.
Jenny.
3 years ago, I bought a 4-bedroom house with a 5-year fixed mortgage rate.
That's good, because mortgage rates have fucking gone through the roof. Interest rates are big. It's a good idea. We all should have done that. Well done, Jenny. Wait, there's Jenny the kid?
No. Yes, Jenny's the kid.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Jenny is the new brat.
Jenny. My daughter was 20 at the time, and her name is Jenny. And being aware that she would likely want to move out at some point in her 20s, I gave her an ultimatum.
Wow, that's always good.
She could either 1. Make plans to move out immediately in the coming months, in which case I would have purchased a lower value property or remained in my current property.
Stop. I hate you so much.
2. Commit to living with me for the full 5
The full
years.
term.
To help pay the mortgage.
Supporting my mortgage sensibly. Fuck me, this is terrible. Just hate everything about it. Shut up. Get a fucking grip.
Commit to living with me for the full 5 years to help pay the mortgage. As, whilst on paper I could afford the 4-bedroom property by myself, it was at the max end of my budget and would not have been sensible to try and pay for alone. At the end of the 5 years, she could move out, and I would make appropriate arrangements to sell or remortgage. Jenny initially said she wanted to rent with some friends, but that idea quickly fell through as her friends are unreliable. I pressed her for whether she would be moving out in the near future or not.
So I've got to get a fucking mortgage.
But she was unsure. She decided it was probably not financially viable at that present time, so she would have to stay with me. So I went ahead and I bought the house.
Now, what you should have done is got a 2-year mortgage and then revisited it 2 years later. And that would
Yeah,
have
but
been
then
more-
you're stuck in a situation where the mortgage rates have gone up and you've got to now remortgage in
That's
this shit
true.
climate.
That's true, but you don't. I mean, that hindsight is 2020, and she didn't know that at the time.
Well,
it would have.
2 years ago it would have been 2021, actually.
Oh, I don't really understand how mortgages work. all the
Hindsight
time.
is 2021,
Ah, thank you, Jeremy.
because it's always 2 years ago.
That makes a lot
Next
more
year,
sense.
hindsight will be 2022. See how this works?
Ah, I'm beginning to get it. Appreciate that.
Up until recently, I have had minimal issues with her, and she's paid the rent on time.
This is your
Well,
fucking daughter.
If she's paying for your mortgage, it's not paying the rent, it's paying the mortgage, isn't it?
Yes,
She has a stake in this house now. If
Jenny
she's
isn't
paying
getting
the
any
mortgage.
equity.
Yeah. In March 2022, which is next year's hindsight, just to keep score,
It's the future.
Jenny got into a relationship with a boy who is 5 years older than her. And I personally feel he is too old for her, but they both seem happy together.
5 years? Fuck off, mate.
Fast forward to a couple weeks ago.
God, I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Press the fucking button.
And I'm not being a dick, it says that. A couple weeks ago.
I didn't doubt you. I thought you don't need
As
to.
much as I like to wind you up with shit grammar, that's
Yes.
what it says.
And yourself probably as well.
It does wind me up, yeah. Fast forward to a couple weeks ago, and my daughter approached me saying she and her boyfriend are looking to buy a house together, as he has the savings for a deposit, and with their combined income, they can afford it.
I was livid!
I told her, that is great, but you committed to living with me for 5 years, and we are only 3 years into that. Whilst you're free to do what you like, I will still expect monthly payments for the next 2 years.
Incorrect.
She initially thought I was joking, but then
Of course she did. Of course she fucking did. And that should tell you fucking everything. And then I reassured her I wasn't fucking joking.
quickly became upset when she realised I was serious. Things blew up into an argument very quickly, as I felt she was not being mature about it. I told her, if you sign a contract to rent somewhere for a fixed time, you can't just leave midway, penalty free.
That's true. Has she signed a contract with her mum? Because I don't suppose she has.
No, it seems like this was a verbal contract.
Ah, not worth the paper it's printed on.
It's not worth the paper it's printed on. I told her buying a house is a big commitment, and she can't just stop paying her mortgage after a year because she feels like it.
Yeah, she knows that, you fucking
Yeah,
condescending
but this is
bitch.
after 2, so what's the deal there?
Yeah.
Can she stop paying after 2 years? Because that's where we are.
Oh my god, you're her fucking mum.
She believes I am being, quote, ridiculous, petty, and unreasonable,
Yeah, at the very least.
and that I'm comparing 2 very different situations and am, quote, trying to trap her and control her financially.
I don't know if I go that far, but you are wrong if that's the best thing. It's not her mortgage. It's your mortgage. You can't be like planning this stuff around someone else. If you can't afford the mortgage, don't get the mortgage.
Unless it's a joint mortgage.
Yeah.
You know, if they've taken out the mortgage together,
Together.
that's a different thing. And that probably would have been a good idea based on their situation, because it would get daughter on the ladder.
On the hook.
Yeah. And then when they remortgage, there's some equity there for her to put into the next property.
That would have been a much
That
better
makes
idea.
perfect
That's
sense.
a good idea.
Then you could have held her to the 5 years.
Yes, you could. You
Because
can't hold someone to a contract that doesn't exist.
Exactly. There you
Good
go.
luck with that.
I'm answering the question before we've even got to
That's
the end.
how we do it.
But still. I corrected her that I am simply educating her on financial commitments. See my previous statement. And that she made a commitment to me that she needs now
needs to honour.
Yeah. Which is what it should say, but it doesn't.
She told me it was ridiculous and she would not be giving me a penny. Am I the arsehole?
Basically, but there's still
No,
two
carry
more
on, carry on.
paragraphs. At present, she is currently staying with her boyfriend. Why did you say at present and currently? We get the passage of time with one of those. One of these is redundant.
She is staying with her boyfriend.
At present, she is staying with her boyfriend.
Currently.
Currently, she is staying with her boyfriend. At this very moment, as of right this moment,
As it stands.
as of this second, if I was to put it into a time, it would be now.
Yes.
She is staying with her boyfriend. And hasn't spoken to me in a week. As she feels, I'm intentionally trying to hold her back in life. Which is nonsense. My son, parentheses, her older brother, whom I do not have much contact with anymore,
Surprise, surprise.
got in touch with me and tried to berate me for the situation.
Right.
Saying, my house is my responsibility alone since I'm the sole owner.
Your son is correct.
And accused me of intentionally trying to hold Jenny back from living her life.
I mean, that is what's happening. I don't believe it's her intention.
Yeah, it is a literal holding back, as in keeping her in a house that she does not own for another 3 years or 2 years.
I don't believe she's intentionally trying to kind of like go, like he's like saying, you're holding her back. Like, yes, but she's not meaning to. What she means to go is she's thinking about it from a one-dimensional kind of, you said you pay money need come me. And she doesn't think any further than that, I think, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I corrected him that tenants also have a financial responsibility to the owner.
But she's not a tenant.
No.
You aren't correcting him because he's not wrong. You're wrong. She's not a tenant. If she were a tenant, you wouldn't be having this discussion. She'd be
Because
giving
there
you
would
money.
be an actual physical
There'd be a contract.
Be
There isn't
that
a contract.
a tenancy agreement.
She isn't a tenant.
Or a mortgage agreement.
Oh, fucking hell, this person doesn't understand how things work.
He called me a petty bitch. And I haven't responded to him since. Well, that'll show him. What's that, disowned son? You're not talking to me? Okay.
What a pity.
I would like her to see some sense. So I would like opinions on here from actual adults on her behaviour towards the situation.
Oh man, I want to read this one so fucking much. Oh my god, I want to read this one so fucking much. I just can't wait to see what it says.
I will be sending her some screenshots of responses to educate her and add to her life
This
lesson.
isn't real. They know this isn't real. This isn't real. It's just so that we can all say, you're not going to get those screenshots because they ain't going to exist. They're all going to be waiting on you and you're never going to send them. Because you'll be like, well, let's have a look at them. Oh, this one's no good. Oh, this one, they've missed the point too. And it just goes down and down and down. Oh my God. What's the title, Jez?
Well, the title
is the thing you're about to say.
Is the thing I'm about to read. But so convinced is she that she is not the arsehole. She has not even asked the question at the end. That was the last line. I will be sending her some screenshots of responses to educate her and add to this life lesson.
I think you're the one fucking learning the lesson.
But it was, am I the arsehole for expecting my daughter to continue to pay rent after she moves out?
Now, I feel like
we've pretty much covered this.
The answer
we
is...
know the answer.
Oh, so was it, am I the arsehole for demanding she pays rent?
Basically, am I the arsehole for expecting my daughter to continue to pay rent even after she has paid out?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are the arsehole.
Big
There's
time.
a stamp right there to fucking show that you are. Fuck me.
We haven't got the contract for that, mate. Sorry.
Ah, okay. Maybe don't fuck me.
Maybe on the next year of hindsight.
It was the year of hindsight.
I mean, we had that. It was actually 2020. She deleted the thread. Yes, she did. Yeah.
She deleted the thread. Oh shit, son. I hope there's a way of covering that.
Hello, hello, hello. Indecisive Elf. Welcome in.
Hey. Really good to see you. Are you coming over to England? Because I thought you mentioned it, and it's time has passed. Really good to see you.
A fair bit of time has passed, in fact.
Time has passed. Elf has not yet come to England.
She's like, no, I did that. That was 6 months ago, mate.
Because what happens? You are. Oh, incredible. Thank you, Harmstone. What often happens?
I mean, I've got the link right here because I do that, but yeah.
What Reddit does, or at least in that thread does, is they store it later on down, should it ever be deleted. So then if you ever need to find it later...
I can never find it, though.
You go down and go down and go down.
Normally, if there's a thing that's been deleted and I need to find it, now that the undid thing doesn't work anymore, I just send it to Harmstone and he copies and pastes the text into Discord for me, because I can't fucking work it out.
Fuck me. Maybe next week we'll read some, or is it? Are we doing one next week? I can't
Yes.
remember. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, well, listen, my elven friend, you have to let me know when you're going to be in England, because I am very interested in actually meeting up and saying hello.
We'll clear out the shouty cunts outside. And
there you go. I'll come across beginning 2024, London. Be there or be square. I'm all over that shit. You've no idea. I'm so into it. It's going to be great. Listen, I don't know what your plans are, but we could plan some cool fucking shit. This is serious. I love it.
come right here. Get on the sofa.
Yeah. Sit
Join
right
us
there.
for
Sit right
DGMS.
there. People will love to hear from you. So many fun things. Anyway, that's 2024 plans, the entire of it. This is the last one. It's just after 10. I'm going to do this one, wrap things up, and then I'm going to go and find Mechalicus and get him to buy me some wine.
Sounds reasonable.
Does. So here we go. Eyes down looking, because this one is going to be a doozy. Am I the arsehole
Yes, you are.
for checking my husband's dash cam footage on his car without his consent? Am I the arsehole for checking my husband's dash cam footage on his car without his consent?
Is this a mother-in-law snooping?
No, I don't think it is in this case. I don't think it is. I, 34F, live with my husband, 37M, and daughter, 7F.
I mean, you had to name your daughter 7F after you've got names like that. Really.
I know, it runs in the family.
Keep the family tradition going.
My daughter and I recently went on a short trip out of state, while my husband stayed as he had work and was supposed to look after the dog. Wait, is this about my brother? He had to stay back and look and look after a fucking...
I gave my brother my ticket to Evita, and all he did was complain about a dude with a big head the entire time. Am I the arsehole?
My brother could see that guy with the big head all the way from where he fucking lives. My daughter and I recently went on a short trip out of state, and while my husband stayed as he had work and was supposed to look after the dog.
In a state, you understand.
On the last day of our trip, we got a call from my husband, who was acting distraught, and said that our dog Ellie had run away.
Oh, win.
And that he could not find her.
Win.
Win.
Now you don't have to look after it. You can come on holiday.
I know.
Woo! Woo!
Party, party, party.
Everyone's
Ibiza.
a winner.
He claimed she had just bolted away when they were at the park, into some bushes, and he couldn't find her.
They do that. Off they went.
Our dog is quite small.
Our dog?
Our dog
Our dog is quite small.
was in Oasis. Ruh-roh. Our dog is quite small, a mini poodle mix, and almost 13 years old.
It's had a good run.
She had a good run. She is still active, but it is really unlike her to run away from us.
I'm sorry, does that term mean something different where it pertains to dogs? That's normally the question that the doctor asks when you go for your physical. So, are you active?
She is still active, but it's really unlike her to run away from us. And I was suspicious, but chose to believe my husband. And me and my daughter were in grief, but did not want to blame him. 1 week later, he served a casserole with a very interesting taste. Just reading the chat. When we came back home, he seemed surprisingly okay. Unlike us. Ever since the pandemic, my husband started working from home, and he's always been annoyed at how much attention we gave Ellie, and hated how Ellie begged to sit on our laps and his while he worked.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
A few days later, we got a call from an animal rescue in a neighbouring state, quite far from us, that she has been found. I picked the phone, and it was on our landline, which we almost never use these days, but was the contact on the microchip. I told my husband, and he said, "That's great, I'm so happy." But it felt kind of blunt and insincere. I said, "It's strange that she got so far."
In another state? Man, this dog.
There's
Not only is it active, but it's a fucking Springer.
Keeps
it goes,
on calling me.
Keep on running.
I said it's strange that she got so far, and he responded that someone must have stolen her and then abandoned her. This made little sense to me as to why that would happen.
People like dogs for some reason. Like, seems reasonable.
There's an active dog. Solid, liquid, gas dog. When he was out drinking with his buddies...
The dog?
He was playing pool, like in so many of those pictures we see.
I mean, if he can play pool, he can definitely get to another state. He can hitchhike.
Yeah, right? Sitting around playing poker. All in!
Where are you going? Anywhere, mate.
I believe it is the dad.
Right.
When he was out drinking with his buddies, I copied the videos from his dash cam for the days I was away and saw that he had indeed taken Ellie far out of state and clearly dropped her in front of his car, thrown a frisbee-like object into a field and yelled, "Fetch!" and drove off without her. I mean, fucking roll credits.
Be free, Fido! See you later!
See you in the funny pages! I was livid and confronted him, and he just stupidly muttered how he dropped her there so that she could find a farm and have a better life.
That's not how that saying works. Where's the dog gone? To a farm, because it's dead. Not, I'm going to show it where a farm is, and, well, I'm going to put it farm adjacent and it can find one.
Farm adjacent? Is that the name of the farmer?
Like, they live in a metropolitan area, so he took it to, like, Ohio or something. There's farms here, that'll do. See you later.
Look at this. We summoned Tamsinaki with that what the fucking fuck. Tamsin comes in. Throw the whole man away. Let me read this. I just want to read it from the buddies bit because it's still good to run in. When he was out drinking with his buddies, I copied the videos from his dash cam for the days I was away and saw that he had indeed taken Ellie far out of state and clearly dropped her in front of his car, thrown a frisbee-like object in a field, yelled, "Fetch!" and drove off without her. I was livid and confronted him, and he just stupidly muttered how he dropped her there so she could find a farm and have a better life, and then the next day got really angry with me. And the next day got really angry at me for viewing his dash cam and called me and my daughter arseholes.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch, mate.
Real doubling down there.
Like, I appreciate the move. It's a bold move, but rookie error leaving your dash cam on while you went and did it. Like, absolute rooks, mate. Honestly.
Just before we wind this one up, talking about errors of videos, I was looking through TikToks the other day, and there was a footage of a show, which when I watched the end, it was, I think, Married at First Sight Australia. And it was this bit where basically this woman's doing a clip of how her dog is poorly, so she has to go back to see the dog. And she's like, "Oh, he's been to the vet. It's really good. He's going to be perking up now once he's had his medicine." And then the next shot is her going, "Oh, you're a good boy, aren't you?" And then in the corner, this guy's voice, because she's sitting there on the show with her actual boyfriend. And then there's this guy voice that's like, "Hey, babe." And then you see them kissing. And this was all meant to be played out as part of the Married at First Sight. What she doesn't know is she's filmed her and the dog and the guy she's having an affair with in the background, basically. So she doesn't realise that she's just outed herself, basically. So the guy who's running Married at First Sight Australia goes, yeah, so just want to ask you about this. There's something that came up in this video. Perhaps we could watch the video. And she's there. Her boyfriend is there. Everyone else on Married at First Sight is there. Let's roll this footage. And she's like, "Here's my dog. He's having a good time." And there's like, "Hey, babe." Smooch, smooch, smooch. And then she's like this, like, and
Realising
everyone on it
how
was
hugely she's fucked up in
she's
that
trying
moment.
her best to hold it down. The boyfriend is like,
The fuck, bitch?
everybody else on the thing is like, who was that?
Big
What's
in-breath.
going on? Was that? Who's that? And she went, that's my brother. And they were like, what? That's your brother? Yeah.
Why does your brother call you
went,
babe?
It wasn't like I think she either doesn't say babe or she says hi there or whatever like that, but she definitely kisses. And he's like, I'm just kissing. It's just a normal kiss. It's not like that. And the boyfriend says, let's watch that again, shall we? And they said, okay, we'll play it again. And you
Why
really
is your
hear
brother
her fucking
slipping a finger up your ass?
She smooches this guy, real proper kind.
Well, I can explain.
And everyone's like, oh my God, that's not how you kiss your brother. And I'm just like...
Also, did she not think at some point she would have to introduce her boyfriend to her family and realise that that brother was not there?
Yeah, I mean,
like,
that's
none
the
of that is a plausible explanation.
The video is kind of blurred out, so you see this kind of shape of someone, and it's like, let's play it back, says the guy, because I've met her brother, I can work this out, but oh my God. But anyway, so in much a similar way, she opted, I only bring this in as an aside, from like videoing herself, much like this guy went, I'll just leave the fucking dash cam on. And I've gone all lost track. She'll just leave the fucking dash cam on. So yeah, it is fucking stupid. But yes, what can you believe this fucking shit? So basically...
Unsurprisingly, Alex.
Yes.
The chat have thoughts.
They do.
Mm.
What have they said here? Can you go back? Sorry, he stole and abandoned his 7-year-old's dog, then called her an arsehole?
Well, it's his dog too.
Yeah, that she paid for it.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, it's not her dog, because she just came into the situation. How old is the dog? 13. The
13.
dog predates her, so it's not her dog.
The question says,
dog.
Elf, the question here is, am I the arsehole for viewing the dash cam? A dash cam probably on a shared vehicle, and not, am I the fool for marrying a shithead?
Or, am I the arsehole for bringing a dog into the household that this guy clearly didn't want?
Yeah, that's the real thing.
That's the real question.
The dog's the worst part of this.
Yeah. Like,
really?
I mean, the dog seems to have found a happy life. It got found in a new state.
Yeah.
Their state was probably rainy and shit. And,
brand new state.
There's a farm. Everyone likes a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was doing it a favour.
Oh yes, the dog is the arsehole.
The dog is the arsehole.
The dog
see?
is...
Elf
Listen,
knows.
you
Absolutely.
get it. The dog is always the arsehole.
Yeah. In any situation, the dog is always the arsehole.
Stop being a contrary prick.
I'm not
I have a feeling I'm
not
also
being-
joining in on this
I'm
one.
not being contrary. Actually.
I say contrary.
Yeah.
How do you say it? Contrary.
Contrary.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it sounds like you're singing the nursery rhyme, and that doesn't really
Mary,
convey-
Mary, quite contrary.
Yeah. Is she contrary, or is contrary, something
Even
else?
about the word, he's contrary.
Yeah. How does your garden grow? Fuck off, mate. Mind your own business.
It's my fucking garden. Stay
Yeah.
out of it.
And it doesn't. It's paved.
How's your garden? Like, you give a fuck.
Yeah.
That really amused me. So yeah, I mean, all jokes aside, what was the bit about? I mean, it was more shit like fucking what's going on. The question is also, am I the arsehole for not divorcing and possibly burying my husband alive under the patio with a massive head?
I mean, did you really need to come to Reddit to get your validation here? You've clearly got the idea in your head that you're unhappy with his behaviour.
This is gold. When I read this earlier, I cackled. I laughed so hard, and I had to come in here to Aletha to say, "Oh my God, this is fucking gold." And then I messaged you to send you the thing saying, "Oh my God."
He sent me the link as if to say, look at this for later, and I had already printed it.
And you were like, "Oh, mate, I printed it." And I was just sitting there dying.
Yeah.
Hashtag ace of dicks. Hashtag dump him.
The ace of dicks. The ace of dicks.
Is there anything up above? I mean, I'm trying to...
If you don't want your dog, I'll tell you what to do. You take him, you dump him, you frisbee cunt away.
Yeah. The only dog I need. Not a dog in this case.
Your dog you want to lose. Your dash cam you must lose. I don't want this fucking dog. It's not going to last forever. But don't forget the dash cam.
Anyway, can't stop.
Ironically, that is a song by Motorhead, which is what he used to take the dog, and ditch it.
Anyway, happy birthday, Alex, and fuck Shed Store. How we could fucking do that. Yeah. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for joining us, all of you. It's been wonderful. It is my birthday in a couple of days. If you are in Folkestone tomorrow, feel free to come and have a drink with us. You won't be, but you might be, and if you want to, you can. That's really all there is to say. Yes. So, happy birthday to me. And fuck Shed Store.
Fuck Shed Store.
Sorry, I had to come back just to say, fuck the dog.
Fuck Shed Store.